Perfect. See you soon. Boop.
What's up, everybody? Great to have you on the stream, those who are here with me. I am joined today by my homie Mach 3, and we will shortly be playing some GoldenEye Rogue Agent multiplayer. You don't see it on the screen, but I'm about to pull it up so you guys can see it. I gotta mute myself, I can hear myself. What's up, Katrino? What's up, Hello Retro? Welcome, welcome. Mach 3 will also be streaming on his YouTube channel. He is tagged in the title if you want to click on that and go give him a sub. Mach 3, you there, bro? He muted himself, but he is there, rest assured. Alright, we're not currently in a match yet. We're just getting things put together. But we should be going, he'll be going live on his channel, and then we will be getting into some matches for a couple hours. It's going to be good stuff. Forgot you can't swap weapons in this game. And no, I'm not going to be streaming Fortnite at any conceivable time. That's not going to happen. What's this? Oh, hello. Up, there he is in the chat. Mach 3. So are you muted in the Discord right now? Are you gonna stay that way or nah, Mach? So I know how I can hear you while we play. If I need to like tune into your stream. Go back to bed so everyone have a good stream. Thanks for tuning in, Michael. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're hanging out. Don't worry, I'm putting together some ideas for longer streams later in the day so you can hang out with us.
Oh, I'm still here. Yeah, can you hear me right now?
Oh, now I can hear you, yeah. Lit. Okay, cool.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Check, check. I think it may have done that thing where when I went live, I need to go. No, it's... Check. No, it's still reading me in Discord. Can you... You can't hear...
Hello. Hey, chat.
Can you hear me now?
The two chats at once. This is weird. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great.
Right.
Oh shit! He killed me. Okay.
I think it's a little delayed here. Evan, I'll be there in 1 second there, bro.
All right, sure. Fortnite isn't on the table. What about Barbie Horse Adventure? I think your audience of mostly adult males would turn out in droves for that. Now, I could be wrong, but something, somewhere in my cerebral cortex suggests to me that that's just not true. I just don't think that's accurate. Hope everyone's doing great. Yeah, we're doing great, Dizzy. Welcome. Consume your lemons, garlic, ginger, turmeric, and... Yeah, he's not even kidding. Definitely do that. Get some oil of oregano, too. That's it's a secret my fiance taught me. Oil of oregano.
Hello.
What's
and
up,
welcome to yet again another Mach 3 stream. Guys, today it is June 21st, 2026. I'm here live with Evan Prince. Evan, man.
Hello.
You're talking on stream. There you are. Perfect. What's going on there, buddy?
Hey guys, great to be here. Yes, I'm live on my channel, but you guys stick on this one because this is the good one.
Appreciate. Yo, RIP with a 20-month membership, sparkling water tier. I really appreciate that there, homie. Thank you so much there, bro. Thank you. This one's for you there, RIP.
All right, so heads up to everybody in Mach 3's chat. I've got my own stream pulled up, so I'll mainly be responding to my own chat. So I won't see if you're talking to me, but I am here.
Wait for it. Soundboard time. Let's go.
Fire.
Wait for it. Here we go. 1 second there, Evan. I gotta spam the soundboard real quick.
Spam it. I won't be able to hear it because I'm here listening to you over Discord, but...
You can spare your eardrums then. Alrighty. RIP, man. I really appreciate $1.49 there, man. I'm here with Evan Prince, like I mentioned before. We are playing GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Guys, if you want to jump in, you gotta use Excellent Kai. Now, Evan, you're using Zemu, right?
Yeah, I'm on my PC. I'm emulating this actually.
So if you guys have Zima, you can also join in that way as well. So you don't need an original Xbox or deal with all that stuff. Yo, Miracle, what's going on there, buddy? Indy. Triple RT Ryan, what's up there, buddy? Mock, you should do Thief 2014 or Dishonored if you're doing Xbox or PlayStation 3 games. First off there, man, Thief is hella underrated on the Xbox 360. And Dishonored's great. I wouldn't mind replaying that one again.
That is an insane eye, Katrino. Yes, this is an authentic Halo 3 t-shirt from the 2000s. I don't know how you picked up on that from, like, the one frame where it was visible.
Swerve on, what's going on there, buddy? Evan Prince, I think I saw his Jack and Daxter retrospectives a long time ago. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he did make those videos.
That is me. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah,
There you go
appreciate
there,
the
man.
shout out. Yeah, that is me.
Surfboard, man, you got great taste, bro. How you guys doing, though? AK Caesar, what's going on?
Time to check out my Bond retrospectives next.
And yeah, so just give me 1 second there, guys. I'm just adjusting the audio here I got some new sound bits for the soundboard. There we go. Oh, and we got the Swag Meister right here too. I'm super hungover playing Minecraft. Yeah, it'd be like that, right?
It do be like that.
That's what Nap does to a motherfucker. Caesar, man, thank you so much for being a member for 19 months there, man. Hell yeah, I really appreciate that there, homie. This one's for you there, bro. I got you. Caesar, I'm gonna spam the soundboard real quick. Oh, it's going for my speaker. My bad. Son of a gun. Hold up. There we go. Appreciate regardless, man.
You wear your autism on your sleeve, you wouldn't be asking for more Halo videos if you couldn't make a read on a shirt like that. Okay, true, yes. I don't know that there's any Halo videos in the near future. I've got a bunch of other stuff planned, but I'm obviously a very big Halo fan. No kidding.
Mr. Surbot, what's going on there, buddy?
It's mainly going to be
there, man.
Quake.
Appreciate you guys.
007 for the foreseeable future.
Evan, man, let's talk about GoldenEye Rogue Agent, man. I need your take on this game so far.
Yeah, so
we were talking about earlier before the stream, but
yeah,
feel free to let the chat know.
I love GoldenEye Rogue Agent. I'm one of GoldenEye Rogue Agent's strongest defenders. I'm actually making a retrospective video out on it right now that should be out actually this coming week, like between now and the end of the week. And that Mach 3 is going to have a feature in, thankfully. Appreciate you. Yeah, I think this game is severely underrated. And like we were talking about earlier, the fact that it's called GoldenEye gave it such a bad first impression with a lot of people because they bought it thinking it was anything to do with the film or the N64 game, and it wasn't. And EA actually made them do that. It entered development under the title Goldfinger versus Dr. No, or maybe the other way around, maybe it was Dr. No versus Goldfinger. And then it changed to just being called Rogue Agent. And then EA didn't believe that it would sell if they called it that, so they actually told the studio they had to call it GoldenEye. And the studio was like, but it's not, it has nothing to do with GoldenEye. And that's when they came up with the idea that the main character has a golden eye that gives him special abilities.
They could have just called James Bond Rogue Agent, but that was too risky. They had to use the GoldenEye name in hopes that would sell better. That's ridiculous, despite the fact that has nothing to do with it. I don't get it, man.
I think they were banking on that. Well, what happened was that GoldenEye on the N64 was an insanely popular game. Like, it made a lot of money. And it was the reason EA bought the rights to be the exclusive 007 publisher. Because, you know, Nintendo did GoldenEye N64, and because of its success, EA outbid them for all future titles. And they never, ever managed to capture that success. And I think they were growing frustrated, so they said, let's just make a GoldenEye game and try to get that money. And it just never happened.
Yeah, and it makes a whole lot of sense considering the fact that this came out in, 2004? So it would have been, GoldenEye was still not necessarily relevant, but it was still fresh on a lot of people's minds of just how much of their childhood or even in college playing with a bunch of their buddies and whatnot in their dorm. So it makes sense why they use the name. And I don't know, they should have just done what they did with Nightfire and whatnot and just stuck to Rogue Agent. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I think by calling it GoldenEye, it was just it was always going to be compared to it. And I think you also mentioned the fact, too, with the multiplayer, it wasn't even the strongest point in this game. It was mostly single player now, wasn't it?
Yeah, the most of the game was single player. The multiplayer is a little tacked on. Well, that's not fair because they definitely put some effort into it, but they were putting most of their focus on the single player element. They wanted to emphasize like the fact that you could take human shields and like throw them into traps and stuff. So the multiplayer didn't have the same level of focus that it did in something like Agent Under Fire or Nightfire.
Makes a lot of sense. But you just think that, like, man, if you think it's called GoldenEye, you have like a title to, like, hold yourself up to. You really think they hit like double down on the multiplayer, kind of bring something fresh to the table?
I think that probably did actually happen. I'm pretty sure they were over halfway through development when they were informed that the game had to be called GoldenEye, and then they started scrambling to make the multiplayer better.
Oh man, I would like a fly on the wall when that went down.
Yeah, me
just, like,
too.
See what the studio's reaction to that be. That'd be scuffed. Yo, Dave Mites, what's going on there, buddy? Josh says, actually, here's a question for you there, man. So about that GTA 6 pre-order announcement, definitely gonna be $70 to $90. I think it's gonna be $90 personally.
I think.
What do you think there, Evan?
You think the base copy is gonna be $90 on release?
I think they're gonna pull off like the Mario Kart World, like what Nintendo was able to get away with. It's hotly anticipated. I understand what maybe they won't because they want as many hands, many people buying it. But at the same time, I mean, I can't think of any other game more hyped up than GTA 6 in recent memory, outside of like Half-Life 3.
If they sell that game for $90, I think that might be the only game that could get away with doing that without
100%.
having immense backlash. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did charge $90, given that it's like the most expensive game ever developed, and they might be like, this is the only way we're gonna make our money back, and no one's going to not buy it just because it's $90.
Exactly. Battlefield Nerd, thank you so much for going there for 11 months, man. I really appreciate that there, homie. And I think also to her statistic that people only buy like 2 AAA games each year. I feel like GTA 6 and I don't know what else you're gonna buy this year would be it.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the
holding
only
out
game
for
most people who play games that's gonna be like the only AAA game they buy, and because I think a lot of people are just gonna sink hundreds of hours into it.
Exactly. I mean, I still go back to Red Dead Redemption 2, and I bought that game like 8 years ago. So I definitely got like my $70, $80 more for wherever I paid for it at launch. But I don't think Ubisoft could commend, you know, $90 price tags. And I hope it doesn't set the standard, because I really think people just stop buying AAA games altogether.
That's already happening. People are already like not buying them.
Just adding salt to that open wound at that rate. Yo, DJ Puppet Master, I really appreciate it. Nightfire was the best one EA did, in my opinion. Rubian, I'm with you on that one there, man. Yo, Salt, I really appreciate it there, homie. Swerve on, man. Welcome to the 4 local band tiership membership. Appreciate you there, homie. Salt, you are awesome. Swerve on, man. This one's for you. Wait for it. Mecha Chameleon, what the hell is that?
It's that new game that's kind of going viral where you play as these little stick figures and then you like hide in the environment and then you use a paintbrush to like try to camouflage and paint yourself to match the walls and stuff. It's prop hunt basically, but instead of a prop you play as a little white stick figure mannequin thing and you use painting mechanics to try to camouflage yourself with wherever you're hiding.
Oh, it reminds me, have you ever played a game called Draw on the Life on the DS? I don't know if you ever played that one before.
I think I did actually.
Like where you draw objects and they become real life.
Yeah, I
definitely
same
idea
that.
to it, but
No.
Cool.
It's prop hunt, but everyone starts as a little white mannequin, and they use paint to blend in with their environment.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd never heard of it before. I gotta check that out though.
It's
B-Dev
like,
says, remember when? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like $6.
All right, even better. Remember when one company raised their price and succeeded, others will follow. Remember when 2K was the first game to be $70? Only a few games could get away with $70. B-Dubs, you're absolutely right there, man. Wasn't it like NBA? Was it the 2K series back in like 2020, 2021 was the first $70 price tag game? And that was Take-Two. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they set the standard again for GTA. I remember when we met in Denver. Actually, speaking of which, Alex, how you doing? Hold up. Yeah, that's just it there, B-Dubs. I wouldn't be too surprised if it's at least $80 or $90. And that Canadian, like you mentioned, Urubian, that's like 120 or even like 115, which is insane. But like Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know if you know this or Evan, Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 version here's $115 Canadian.
Jeez.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. So I hope that GTA 6 is $115. That would suck.
It's not a new sentiment for me. No offense, but I'm glad I'm not Canadian.
Oh yeah, our Canadian dollar's kind of weak right now.
The U.S. dollar is actually dropping in value.
I've heard like the euro has it over like US right now. Or
The
something.
euro and the pound are both technically worth more than the USD, but only like by half of a single unit, basically. But that's kind of a we don't have to talk about that.
Above my pay grade, as I put it. Demon says, did you know that you're actually in warm-up mode? Yeah, Demon, I know. Oh, I see. Because I think it's set by the map, right, Demon? Because it showed 8 players, but I didn't know if you could start with less.
Katrina says, I agree with the sentiment that most people aren't buying AAA games often. I've probably been playing equally as many AA and indie games as I have AAA titles lately. I can see that.
Here, I'm gonna create a new game there, man, so that way we can actually start it. Because I think we need 8 players, and I don't think we're gonna get 8 players here, so I'm gonna readjust that real quick.
I think
Minimum
AA
2.
games are going to be the new standard there, Katrina.
I think so too, there, man.
Just let me know when it's set up.
Yep, I got you. Here we go. Modifiers, map minimum. I'll do 2.
I think I've only bought one AAA game in like the last year and a half, and it's 007 First Light.
First Light, how'd you find that?
I was very, very positive on it. I know it was kind of it was a little divisive. I think the majority of people really liked it. There were people who were detractors and didn't like it, but my own personal sentiments, I was extremely positive about it. I had a great time.
Yeah, someone can do it justice. It's always IO Interactive with a Pawn IP. The whole Hitman series and Freedom Fighters, you know.
I suspect if they do a sequel, it won't be as good because IO self-published in First Light independently, and Amazon Games immediately, like a week after release, came in and said all future 007 games will have to be published by us. So the next 007 game is going to have extreme publisher oversight, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Didn't like Amazon Games, didn't they have like an MMO that was canceled or whatever, or shut down recently?
Pretty sure. Is that Secret World that you're talking about?
It might have been Secret World, yeah. 'Cause I remember that one had
yeah.
a lot of hype, and I think it's offline now. Memory serves me. Yeah, New World, that's it.
New World, yeah. Ross from Accursed Farms did a video about that, and that was one of the games he would bring up that's going to get killed. You know all about the Stop Killing Games campaign, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was one of the games that he talked about. It was like, when it goes offline, it's gone, and now it's gone.
Yeah, exactly, man. I think there was also like a Square Enix game that was, it had like a live service. I can't remember what it was called, like Atlas something. That literally lasted less than a year. So if you had that on disc, it's basically paperweight.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I never played it though.
Yeah, me neither. It was kind of forgettable, but
I'm actually not big on MMOs. I think I've only played 3 MMOs in my life, and I only liked one of them.
I think my favorite has to be Defiance.
Oh, okay, 4, because
Happy
I
Birthday,
did play a lot
there's
of
4
Defiance,
with
actually.
That was a great game.
I didn't consider that an MMO, though, but I liked Defiance a lot. I bought that on release and watched the first season of the show.
I actually never watched a TV show. Yes, Babylon Fall. Thank you, they're beat up. That's it.
Do you like campy, silly sci-fi shows on the actual Sci-Fi Channel?
You know what? I don't mind watching them. I just never have the time to watch them.
Because that was Defiance. I think it had 2 seasons, maybe 3. It was silly, but I like campy sci-fi shows, and it was cool that the show and the game reference each other. Like events that took place in the game directly happen or referenced in the show, which I liked.
Really? So
Yeah.
they all were connected.
Yes,
That's cool.
that was like the big ambitious idea, is that the show and game were going to run congruently, and things that happened in one would affect the other, but it only went 2 seasons, and the game is still playable.
I would imagine too the amount of money they dropped into Defiance. They must have had to have at least 1 million active players to justify it. Because you're pointing to just not making an MMO, but you're also making a television show on top of that. I feel
Yeah.
like that's hella expensive.
It was shockingly
Yeah.
ambitious. And I think when Destiny 1 dropped, because Destiny came out the year after Defiance did, and I think Destiny kind of killed it.
That's fair, and it's kind of crazy. We've gone full circle with what Bungie's at right now. Been canceling Destiny 3, and
Yeah,
their
that's...
future's kind of up in the air right now, which is kind of crazy.
Well, half of Bungie just got laid off.
I heard about that, yeah. And didn't they cancel Destiny 3 and just focus all on Marathon as well?
Well, what they did was they
Way too
ended...
shit.
They canceled the final 2 Destiny 2 expansions, which were in development, and they've ended all support for Destiny 2.
Wild.
Destiny
And I
3
think
was
that-
never
that's what
confirmed.
People wanted too, wasn't it? Like a new Destiny 2 expansion. There's like
Yes.
an online petition for it and everything.
And there were 2 more planned before they ended it, and Bungie just said, we're not doing it at all. It's no Destiny, no more Destiny. And then they ended all support, and then half of the studio got fired.
Oh man. And the craziest thing is that Bungie was bought out before by, wasn't it by Microsoft originally, or was it Activision?
Microsoft owned Bungie, and Bungie settled a deal with Microsoft to free themselves from the studio and become independent again, which involved making 3 more Halo titles, and then Microsoft would maintain the rights to Halo. And then after that, Bungie was independent for like 3 or 4 years, and then they sold themselves to Activision. And then I think they regained independence again in 2021 or 2. And made all of the bad decisions you can fathom, and now they're getting shut down probably.
Yeah, that's just weird, man. It's kind of it's sad seeing like a former childhood icon just kind of fall up in flames in front of your face, you know?
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's terrible, man. Yo, Sparecount, what's going on there, buddy? Mock, did you read my comment? Yes, I think I did there, man. What was your comment again there, Dave Meisters? Dave Meisters said... Dave, I can't find your comment there, homie. RIPs, I wonder how long Destiny 2 servers will stay up. Oh, man. Probably... God knows how long. Maybe like 2 years, bro. I'm surprised Destiny 1 still works in the Xbox 360. Wassam, what's going on there, buddy? Double Fine, yeah. Compulsion Games, I believe those guys are also being shut down. Those guys that made Stealth and Midnight. And isn't Ninja Theory also being shut down too?
Ninja Theory, yeah, they're being shut down as well.
What do you think about that actually as a debacle? Because didn't they show off a new Senua game like 2 weeks ago?
They did, and now it's not happening. Supposedly.
What's the point of that?
I don't know. I think what's happening is Microsoft specifically is just doing massive amounts of layoffs, and I think they just I think negotiations have been underway where they were going back and forth on should we not, should we not. Let's go ahead and announce the game just in case we decide not to, and then they decided to, so.
Hopefully, maybe the idea was that they can encourage other studios or other, private investors to invest in the project because they knew it's not going to go anywhere. So maybe give them the spotlight, but I don't know. I don't think Hellblade 1 and 2. I don't know if Hellblade 2 sold all that well. Gamer, what's up?
The article that I read about Ninja Theory getting shut down, by the way, said that their source said that was just like the tip of the iceberg, and Microsoft is about to Grim Reaper all of the studios they own, essentially.
Easy there, man. I worry about Arcane.
I don't know how long Arcane's got.
Yeah, that's the shitty thing there, man. I know that Arcane Austin is gone after Redfall. I mean, that is what it is, but Arcane Leon, those guys make Dishonored. They have quite the pedigree.
Yeah, Dishonored was fantastic. I love Dishonored. The original Destiny for Series X, and it still works fine. Well, yeah, the games are still playable. Destiny 2 is still playable. What it means to end support essentially just means that no more updates, patches, tuning, anything. They're just not going to touch it anymore. So that's what ending support means. They still got servers up to run it.
Dave Meisters, I'm trying to find your comment. Speaking of Marathon, after this, you look at Marathon 1990. Dave Meisters, was that the original Marathon, like Marathon Durando? I remember when I was 5 or 6 years old. I logged in my dad's computer, and he had a copy of it for whatever reason. I don't know where he got it, but I remember playing Marathon on my dad's old computer, and I thought that was pretty cool. That and Carmen San Diego. You ever played that one before there, Evan?
Absolutely, man. I played several Carmen San Diego games. Where in Time, I played the Word Carmen San Diego game and the Math Carmen San Diego game. At one point, I actually thought it would be really funny to do a Carmen San Diego full series retrospective, but I just didn't.
You should, man. That'd be cool.
They're just hard to get running.
On YouTube. Fun to be behind the scenes development beyond those games. I'm kind of curious. Yo, yeah. What's going on, Kobe Team brother? Watch this. Wait for it.
They're all abandonware now too.
I would imagine there, man. I think a lot of people doubt it, just even archiving them or have the idea to do that. Guys, if you haven't already, I highly recommend subscribing to Kobe Team. He's a great content creator. He streams every Saturday and Thursdays, I believe, too, there, man. And a good friend of the channel as well. Kobe Team, how you doing, my friend? Playing some GoldenEye Rogue Agent with Evan over here. G6 mobile. Wait for it. 1 second. Durango, I mean the Expo. Oh yeah. Here's a fun fact. Did you know in 2012 there, Evan, some guy walked into Microsoft at their head office in Seattle, Washington, or whatever they're located. But he literally walked in past security and he stole a dev kit for the Xbox One. That's how it originally lived out.
Really? No, I did not know that.
Yeah, it was like Dark Knight Diaries. This is podcast on YouTube or like Spotify or whatever. And I guess Buddy went on there, stole it, and then he put it on eBay literally the same day and tried to sell it.
Bro, that's like James Bond stuff. Like just walking in and taking it. What a legend. I mean, it's theft, but also
like
what a
Jason
legend.
Bourne or some shit, but he just literally walked in. So I don't know. Maybe Tom Cruise was working with him or something like that, but it was pretty crazy.
Mission Impossible Xbox. Xbox Protocol.
Triple RT Ryan says, I actually watched a few of Kobe Team videos a year or two ago and only included a couple days ago. Nice there, man. Bro, you got good taste there, Ron. He stole Xbox dev kit like he's John Cena. So I was gonna say that, man. Such a goofy piece of history. It's too bad he didn't like figure out the whole online DRM or what they're like bullshit they were working up at the time. He could have prevented it, man. What's your thoughts on Mouse Pie for Hire? I've yet to play it there, Dave Meisters. I've been meaning to play it though, man. It looks really fun. I love the art style. Evan, have you played it before?
No, I haven't. I watched Civi 11's video on it though, and I think I got the idea. It looks cool, but it doesn't look interesting enough. That's not really my style of shooter.
Pretty niche by looks of it. I like the it's like the 1920s cartoon aesthetic, right?
Yeah, it's got that
Mickey Mouse.
It is, but it's got that like kind of self-aware humor shooter thing going on, which I completely understand the appeal for. That's just not what I'm personally into.
Fair. There's like a demo or something. We'll definitely check it out. IGN dissing, yeah, I heard about that. I know it's released physically on like on the PS5 and the Series X, so maybe when that goes on sale, I'll check it out. But I know a lot of my friends have played it on Steam. They like it.
We have a shocking
so
amount
Mark,
of
did you
people.
ignore your question? I did not there, Dave. TJ. Bexy, what are you talking about? Actually, I did ignore your question, my bad. Man, my PS2 laser died. Can't play anything anymore. I'm just so pissed. Thank God, another PlayStation 2. Dave, DJ,
Emulate it.
someone already answered to you there, man, but you definitely got to look into what's called the MX4 to ISO. It's basically allows you, it's basically like a PS2 memory card, but you put a micro SD in there, and you can load your games that way. It's probably your best bet in your case. OG Newbie, what's going on there, buddy? Mach 3, how do you feel about GTA 6 pre-order finally? I'm excited there, man. I think the cover art looks great. The new theme song looks sick as well there, Kobe team. I thought that was really cool. I think we're getting a trailer Thursday. If you ask me, we're kicking off the whole pre-order campaign. I think it's going to be priced at $80 to $90, though. I don't think it's going to be 70. I'm talking USD, of course. So that's like 100 and some odd Canadian dollars. But man, I'm hyped. Me too. You gotta get yourself like a Series X there, Kobe team.
I just got killed by Demon, bro. What is
Actually,
this?
Kobe team, I got a question for you, man. What do you think of that Black Ops port for like for the PS4, PS5? I think it was like Black Ops 1 and 2 guy now that's being ported over. I thought that was kind of cool. Ed, what do you think of that?
Black Ops port. I'm sorry, say that again. I accidentally killed my teammate.
That's all good. Basically, I don't know if you know this. I think it was Wednesday, but Treyarch announced that they're porting Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 over to the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5.
Wow, really? Dang.
Yeah, so it's basically both single player, multiplayer, and zombies. We don't know if it includes DLC. They've been kind of...
I hope
doesn't
so.
share much information, but it's not a remaster. It's just a port.
Black Ops is my favorite COD game, the original, and I think its DLC maps were some of the best COD maps in general.
It's funny you say that, man. We've been revisiting a lot of them on stream, and I share the same sentiment. I would have played Black Ops 1 a lot more if I had all the DLC maps. I think they're better than the base maps, yeah.
It would be very foolish not to include the DLC maps if they're doing a full port. Dude, I crave to go back and play some Black Ops. Let me know if you ever do a Black Ops day.
Oh, absolutely there, man. Beat Up says, fair Call of Duty's Black Ops base, so is Fine Nights. I gotta say, Black Ops 1's campaign was the best there, man.
Definitely.
All the Call of Duties. That
completely
world
agree.
at war.
I tend to rank it Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 1 or 2. One of those two. I'm not sure which one I like more, and then the rest.
That's fair.
I think the OG COD gets a little underrated as well.
I think COD Classic, I don't know if you ever played that one before. It's like the Call of Duty from 2003. That was really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The OG
awesome.
Call of Duty. That's my first Call of Duty game, man. I owned that on PC. That was the first Call of Duty game I ever played. I think I beat
Man, I
like.
wish I had a PC that can experience that. I played a Big Red one. Have you ever played that one before? That was
No,
awesome.
I've never played. See, I had kind of the opposite of you. Like, the Xbox 360 was like my first real console. I only had a PC before then, so I was growing up playing PC games.
Well, you did it right there, man. That would have been like Diablo. So you have an experience like Diablo. What else?
No, actually, never Diablo.
Combat Arms?
I could only find like. I lived in a very small town, so the only PC games I could find were like secondhand games at like department like warehouse stores. So I played Tribes Vengeance was a big one for me. Call of Duty PC, Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy,
Such a great game.
Halo for the PC was another one.
Dude, I think I spent more time playing the demo for Halo CE than anything else online. It was just Blood Gulch, but that's how I experienced Halo back in the day on PC. I didn't even have the full
Fantastic.
game.
I didn't end up getting a PS2 until after I already owned a 360.
That's fair. Oh man, Schwack Ops 4, yeah. Black Ops 4 is something else. Kobe Team says Black Ops 1, 2 port's cool, not super hype, but it's nice for PlayStation players to play a fresh port. Hopefully the hacker situation isn't terrible. That's another thing that's caused a concern there, Kobe Team, because we all know how exploitable those Call of Duty games are, especially Black Ops 1 and 2. Especially 2, I should say. So hopefully they fixed it, and it's not going to be as bad on the PS4 and the PS5.
Dude.
I'm hoping that it gets ported to the Switch too, though. I feel like that's a perfect opportunity for them to double dip and get that community involved.
They were unplayable by the time Black Ops 2 came out. Like, I was still big on Black Ops 1 when Black Ops 2 released, and the Black Ops 1 multiplayer lobby became increasingly unplayable. Like, every other lobby was
So
hackers.
Well, that's just it. That and like the 10 Prestige lobby from Modern Warfare 2. Like, those were always a treat to go to, but that was that's kind of a sore point back in the day. Especially if you're stat pack or D-rank for no reason. It's so greasy, man. I was going to say they're Miracle, they got it, but this is Activision we're talking about. These are the same guys that remastered Call of Duty 4 and didn't include the DLC and then sold the DLC separately again, the variety map pack. So
That's so
they're
scummy.
definitely gonna, yeah, it's so greasy, man. They're definitely gonna be doing some greasy stuff with this port. Mark my words. USC 6 can be played for 10 hours for a $1 EA play trial. That's not bad, their spare account, actually. I feel with certain AAA single-player games, you could probably play through it in 10 hours. Shout out to Schaefer, yeah, shout out Double Fine, man.
Video games became so
Fantango.
profitable
Ooh,
that
that's a classic one.
the art has been completely drained of them. They're just products.
Basically. Hope Canada wins against Switzerland this Wednesday. Yeah, man, we're doing pretty good. I know we kicked Quartar's ass. We're like, what, 6-0 or whatever. That was pretty sick. Dave Mike, I didn't see your comment. Honestly,
Shit.
Mark, I'm actually thinking about playing Mouse with PI for Hearts. I've heard rubber toe style games before, and Cuphead and Bendy and Ink Machine. I completely butchered what you just said there, Dave Mike. I have no idea what you're trying to say. And you know what? There's something wrong with that art style. I think it's underrated, actually. A game that was kind of akin to that there, Dave. I don't know if you've ever played it before. It's not the same art style, but kind of reminds me of is Limbo. Dave, Evan, you ever played that before?
Yeah, I played Limbo.
Like, that was the arcade game from like 2010 or whatever. It was
Yeah,
a cool one.
Marketplace.
Yes, sir. Summer of Play, where it was called. Alright, I got a question for you, Evan. What would you say is the most underrated first-person shooter in the 7th gen? Out of all the games that you've played.
Oh my gosh, dude, the 7th gen was loaded with FPS games.
I was gonna say, man, it's one pick. I'm gonna put it that way.
I have a couple that come to mind, but when you say underrated, the games I think of are like highly unpopular. People hate them.
Yeah, I mean,
The two games that come to my mind are Condemned 2 Bloodshot and Clive Barker's Jericho.
Jericho, yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah, it's a bad game objectively, but those games are so unique that you actually can't. That's how I gauge it, right? They're objectively bad games, but they're so unique that there is no other relative experience. Like, the only game you can play like either of those games are those games. Period. And that's why I think they're underrated, one of a kind.
And I think also in like 2007 too, I think they were pretty decent. I mean, looking back at it now, maybe it hasn't aged all the best in the controls and whatnot, but for its time, it was solid. I wish it had online. That's the only thing I wish Jericho had, because I'm pretty sure it's just local split screen. Memory serves me right.
I think so, and it's shitty at that.
Yeah.
But the single player was fire.
Clive Barker also like an author too.
Yeah, that's what he is originally. He's a horror author. He's responsible for the Hellraiser series.
Right.
Yeah, he did another game that was more well received before Jericho. I'm trying to remember what it was.
On the Xbox, like the OG?
I think so. I know it was a PC game. I don't remember what. Undying. Clive Barker's Undying is what it was.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever played that one before.
I haven't either. Civi11 did a video on it though.
I gotta check that out. Have you played Hour of Victory before? OG Newbie underrated. It was alright.
No,
I played that one there, Evan. But
I have not played Hour of Victory.
it was THQ's answer to like the whole Call of Duty trend at the time, and I think that all things. Actually, it was Midway. My bad. But all things considered, it was okay, but it wasn't anything worth mentioning. The multiplayer was kind of low-key fun, though.
That was another video idea I had actually, was like weird one-off shovelware like military shooters. I have a list of them because I was thinking about doing a video on that. There's so many from like that specific era, from like the early 2000s. Just so many like military shooters. That's just like a 4-hour FPS game.
Well, that's just it, man. We played one recently, the History Channel game, Battle for the Pacific. That was like 2 hours, and that was like the your typical like World War II shooter at the time. Nelson, what's going on there, buddy? And that, and there's a lot of them, a lot of like World War II shooters, like after like Medal of Honor blew up and Call of Duty back in the 2000s. It's filled with it.
There's a lot of Vietnam shovelware shooters as well, like something of Valor, Men of Valor, I think it was called.
Oh, Men of Valor, yeah. I think it was also like Purple Haze on the original Xbox. We played that one before. Yeah, goofy ass name. I think that Jimi Hendrix song every time.
Had to
The
be
Worm
intentional.
series, yeah.
Oh, Soldier of Fortune, that's a good call on Nihilus. Soldier of Fortune was one. I think that one's fire though. Is that? Wait, am I thinking of a different one? Which one was the one done by Raven Software that was like really good?
Are you talking about Singularity or Wolfenstein?
Neither of those. It was a Raven Software game that was like a military shooter. I thought it was Soldier of Fortune.
I think they may have made the original Soldier of Fortune. I know Payback. That was created by the guys who made History Channel.
No, I'm talking about a Raven Software game that was like so good. I think the original Soldier of Fortune was Raven and it was fire.
I think it was Raven. Yeah.
Which Singularity is also an incredibly underrated shooter. I love that game.
Singularity was sick, yeah.
I bought that game on
Multiplayer's
release.
Really good too. Star Trek Voyager Elite of Force, Serenity now says. Was it Star Trek? Was that created by Raven? I didn't realize they made a Star Trek game.
They did.
Shit, I gotta get more accustomed to like Raven's pedigree, man.
Dude, Raven is the best.
Corn the Demon, Soldier of Fortune 1 and 2 are Raven. Ah. Raven? Yeah, Quake 4, I remember that. That one gets so much hate, man. I like Quake 4.
I love
Nox,
Quake
what's up,
4.
everybody?
I cannot wait to do a video on Quake 4. I love that game.
The multiplayer's solid in that game, too.
I've never played it. Never played Quake 4's multiplayer. Maybe that's something else we can collab on in the future. Quake 4
love to
multiplayer.
there, man. It gives me an excuse to play it again. Especially on the 360. It's so cool.
I'm doing a Quake 3 video soon if you want to figure something out with that.
Absolutely. Do you know that you can play Quake 3 on a PlayStation 3, like an unofficial port of it with custom map support and mods?
Really? No, I did not know that. Yeah. I knew there was
like 2 weeks ago. So sick.
There's an Xbox Live Arcade version for Quake 3. I knew that.
Yeah, that one was like probably the most. I think that's the only outside of the Dreamcast port, maybe the PS2. I think that's the only like Quake 3 port, home port, I should say, home console port to be more specific. But like, yeah,
I think there was a PS2 version.
3. Yeah, it's like Quake Revolution or something like that. But yeah, no, we played it last week, and all you need. Oh crap! Let me change the map.
I'd say there's got to be another map.
Anyways, we played it like 2 weeks ago, and yeah, you can play custom maps. You can play with PC crossplay, and I think it also supports crossplay with. I don't know what other platform. Anything with IO Quake.
Wow, that's
which I think
cool.
it's like an open source version of it or whatever. But yeah, it's so sick.
Yeah, I need to figure out something when I do my Quake 3 video because I can only have footage from the single player. I think you could probably find a lobby online, but.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's do Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't believe I do, man.
Free Raven from the COD mines, free Stargate from Amazon. Dude, canceling Stargate because it would appeal too much to the existing fan base is one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that. Yeah, with Demon Host. All right.
There was a Stargate reboot series in production from Amazon. Scripts written, they were producing sets and stuff, and Amazon canceled it, and their reason given was that it would appeal too much to the original Stargate fan base.
They're just trying to find a different base that doesn't exist.
They're literally
Why would you
trying to
alienate the people
cultivate.
that's been around since day one. They have one job.
Ask literally all IP owners right now. That's what Star Wars has been doing for decades.
Witcher as well.
Yeah. And they're doing it to Star Wars. They're doing it to everything. It's like people get their hands on an IP and be like, how can we ruin the value of this IP as fast as possible?
Or sign the IP, the people that actively talk about hating the IP itself. It's kind of like the Saints Row series. The guys like the Volition that inherited that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense, man.
They did it with the Witcher series. They did it with the Halo Paramount series. Like, what? Why?
Oh, man. Serenity actually brings up a really good point there, Evan. He says, always wanted to see a Stargate XCOM game.
I'm just kind of surprised there isn't something like that. We're getting a Star Wars XCOM game.
Yeah, isn't it come out in like September or whatever? Or
August, I think. Yeah, I'm probably gonna. That's probably day one for me, but more so because like I do a lot of Star Wars content than it is because I want to play it. What's up, Prince Groove? What's good?
Prince, what's going on there, buddy? It's kind of crazy, man. How many games are coming out in the next like 4 months just to avoid GTA 6?
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to release that. I think there's a Godzilla game coming out the same like month as GTA 6.
I remember. Do you remember when a bunch of games got delayed because they thought GTA was releasing earlier this year, and then GTA delayed, and they were like, ugh.
Can you imagine working on a game for 7 years, probably putting hundreds of millions of dollars just to be released like day and day with GTA 6?
I can't imagine, because that's what happened to the Mad Max game releasing on the same exact day as Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Yes.
I was
4 for 5 or whatever.
I was at a midnight release for the Phantom Pain, and the line for Phantom Pain was long. I was the first one in line, but the line for one guy walked in and picked up his copy of Mad Max and left. Which that game is really good, by the way.
It's so good. It didn't deserve that, man.
No, it did not. Yeah, Stargate Universe's cancellation is one of the most tragic things. That was my favorite Stargate series. Oh, this is a map from the single player.
I don't know if you knew this, but supposedly, what's his name? Steven Spielberg approached Activision to do a Call of Duty movie because he's a huge fan of the series. I guess he plays a lot of Call of Duty. And apparently Activision rejected his proposal to make a Call of Duty movie, and I think it gave it to Paramount instead. I don't know if you heard about that there.
I did. I think Spielberg probably just... I'll tell you what I think. I think Spielberg probably approached them and said, I'll do something good with this. And they said, how much is it going to cost? And they heard the number and said, never mind, we'll go to Paramount.
Probably, yeah.
And I think Paramount probably said, we'll do it for less than half of what he's asking.
Probably the case. If anyone could do like a Call of Duty movie, it would be Steven Spielberg. I mean, Saving Private Ryan and whatnot, he can pull it off, but it's just a shame that the stars don't align there.
I think that Call of Duty has outgrown its World War II identity, and I would prefer to see like an adaptation of like the Modern Warfare stuff, personally.
Even like Black Ops 1, if they retold the story or whatnot, or like talk about more about Mason's backstory, that'd be kind of cool.
There's no Hollywood screenwriter that could handle that level of depth. You'd have to give them something a lot more simple. Like they only know
like an indie film or something like that.
Yeah, Hollywood screenwriters only know how to tell like 3 stories, and they just change the characters and scenarios out of those 3 stories.
Is it true that like Netflix designs movies nowadays for like your attention span, for the fact that you won't be paying attention to 80% of it?
I mean, Matt Damon said that, but after he said it, like 6 other actors and like 10 screenwriters all came out and said, yes, they make us do that. They have to reiterate the plot, I think, every 5 minutes in case people are on their phone. There was a really egregious example of it. I don't like the show Peaky Blinders at all, but what I saw, you know that they did that movie, The Immortal Man? It was a Peaky Blinders film.
I'm not too familiar with Immortal Man, but I know of like Peaky Blinders and whatnot. I never watched it though.
I don't really like it, but it's the series finished up I think a couple of years ago, and so they did a movie to resolve the plot on Netflix, and somebody did a supercut of that movie which came out last year. There's like 5 scenes where the characters just re-explain what's happening in the plot.
Just to remind the viewer what
Just to remind the viewer, yeah.
Paying attention.
It's like not even natural, but they just keep re-explaining what they're doing. Like there's like 3 or 4 scenes where they do it. It's like, this is not human dialogue.
It's just, you're hoping that you're paying attention to that 1 minute thing because they know you're not. I don't know, it shouldn't be like that. I'm just one of those people that whenever I watch a movie, I get immersed. Like I put my phone the other way. Like I'm there to be immersed. I want to know the story. I want to know the experience. I'm looking at the cinematography. I'm looking at how it's shot. Like,
I do that
really
too.
involved in the movie, man. I hate it when they insult your intelligence like that.
I straight up won't watch stuff like that, man.
The same here. It's probably one of the reasons I don't touch Netflix anymore.
There's
Catzilla,
not
what's going on there, buddy?
there's not much on Netflix that I like very much. I really don't watch much TV at all, to be honest. Not anymore.
I'm watching on YouTube 80% of the time, man. That's like my TV nowadays. Mock, did you read my comment? I think I read it in my head there, man. Let me read right now there, Dave Meisters. Hey, Mock, I like to say the rubber hose is a style of animation that was popular in the 1920s and 1940s, and you might have known a few rubber hose animations like Steamboat Willie, for an example. Yeah, wasn't that like the Mickey Mouse, too? Like before, like when, like before he was not, like, no longer trademarked or whatever? Is that considered like a rubber hose animation style that you're talking about? Prince Girl, what's up there, buddy?
Annihilus, I don't know if Medal of Honor was inspired by Saving Private Ryan, but I would not be surprised.
I think it might have been. Or had some influence to it, too. I imagine that it was pretty influential at the time. Godzilla, we're doing pretty good there, man. How you doing? What would you say there, Evan, out of all the games that you've played in your channel so far, what's a game that you think gets a lot of hate that doesn't deserve it?
That I played on my channel?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let me pull up my catalog. I know we've talked about our favorite Bond actors before, but who's my least favorite actor to put on the suit in Bond? Probably Daniel Craig, I think, is my least favorite, because I just think...
Really?
I think he played a character that wasn't James Bond.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think his performance was
Saving
bad.
Private. The classic there, man.
Okay, so looking at my catalog, I think the 2012 Syndicate is probably up there. for
Syndicate,
games.
y'all, I remember that one. Wasn't that thing by Starbreeze?
Yeah, that's another of my favorite developers. I love Starbreeze. Advent Rising.
Payday too, wasn't it?
Yes, but Payday probably killed that studio, to be honest.
Probably.
Advent
Did they also make
Rising
The
is
Darkness?
another one. Yeah, they did The Darkness. That's another of my favorite games.
Is it Batman Rising?
No, Advent Rising, an old Xbox
Oh,
game.
Advent Rising. Yeah, on the original Xbox. Yeah, yeah.
I think that game deserved a lot better than it had. And I'm shredded. I'm like trying to mess around on this. Manhunt 2. I was actually I did a video on Manhunt 1 and 2 and their controversies, and Manhunt 1 is typically much more beloved than Manhunt 2, but personally, I liked Manhunt 2 way more.
Really?
Yeah, I found Manhunt 1 to be like longer than it needed to be, not very intuitive. I felt like Manhunt 2 did what Manhunt 1 was trying to do and better.
Is it is it just like playing like does it control like San Andreas? I know it was made in
No.
like what
It- it was-
That's it.
It was made on that engine, but it controls nothing like any GTA game.
Is it like the Warriors akin to like the combat in that game? Like,
I've never played the
Manhunt,
Warriors, so
don't
I
know.
wouldn't know. It's a stealth game. It's not an action game, is what I'll tell
Okay.
you.
Kind of like Splinter Cell in a way.
Yeah, I would say it plays closer to Splinter Cell. Advent Rising featuring the unmatched supreme musical talents of one Tommy Tallarico. Yeah, if you want to...
Tallarico, man,
You,
he's crazy.
you want to hear a story about Tommy Tallarico there, Katrino? Go watch my interview with Sasha Dikishin, Sonic Mayhem, and he tells a fun little story about Tommy Tallarico in my interview with him.
Crazy.
That's
I
the
remember Tommy Tallarico from G4 Tech TV. He was like the host on reviews on The Run or whatever.
Yeah, he had some
He was, like,
controversy.
smart dick jokes, man. He was funny.
He made some controversy about because he tried to like make his own video game console or something, and it just did not happen well. It didn't go over well at all.
That would floor my head. KZ, man. What's going on there, buddy?
And also, he allegedly did not treat Sonic Mayhem the best about something. I don't want to put words in his mouth and misrepresent him, but in his own words, you just go watch the interview.
Yeah, I gotta check that out there, man. I think he also did the soundtrack to Earthworm Jim, right?
I think so.
Demon says, I fully agree with Manhunt 2. I loved it. First one was ZZZZZ, Manhunt 2 on the Wii. Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's funny you said there, Evan. A lot of people in chat here are agreeing with you on that one there, man. It seems
Okay,
like
cool.
the sentiment is Manhunt 2 is pretty underrated.
Yeah, and it's also abandonware. You can get the uncensored. You have to play the uncensored version. The censored version, like the Wii version, is you're just stealing an experience from yourself. The uncensored version is free on myabandonware.com and easy to get running.
Heard it from the man right there. And I don't think you can buy it off Steam. That's why it's abandoned, right?
You can't buy it anywhere. I don't think Rockstar wants to be associated with it, and I think they actively distance themselves from its existence because it's probably one of the darker, more like fucked up games that's not like that's not just overly shocking. Like there's shock fest games on Steam, but I don't take those seriously as like forms of art, you know.
And I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I read a development story of Manhunt 2 that at one point Rockstar was deciding if they went too far. Like a lot of the staff that were working on it said, like, are we just going too far here? Like they were just uncomfortable making the game.
Yes, I covered that in the video. There were several staff members. There's staff members who now regret having worked on it because they feel like it goes too far.
Wow. Again, I've never played it before. I played the Warriors game. And that was like the only obscure Rockstar game, Smuggler's Run. And that's basically it when it comes to obscure Rockstar stuff.
Anila says, isn't Manhunt 2 just flat out not available because it's rated AO? Yes and no. That's the original retail release was immature. And the AO version for PC officially released like a year and a half after the fact. But no, it's not available because nobody is distributing it. Rockstar still owns the rights. They just have no interest in doing anything with it. So they just refuse to distribute or sell it or list it anywhere, which is why it's abandonware. And the big thing about why Manhunt 1 and 2 were so controversial is because the first game was part of a murder investigation, and it was cited as the influence of the person who committed the murder, and the family and a specific lawyer went hard on that. But that, if you actually look at the story, and I cover this in my controversy video, it had nothing to do with anything. All evidence pointed to the fact that the murderer hadn't even played the game before, and the police themselves did an investigation, said, yeah, this game wasn't even found in the murderer's room. It was found in the victim's room. This is not...
They're just blaming it.
Yeah, you're blaming it because it's a tragedy happened and you're looking for an out, and this feels like an out, but it was not found in the murderer's room. It was found in the victim's room. So it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. I think that was Jack Thompson, wasn't that?
It was Jack Thompson.
That guy had like a rage boner against like Rockstar back in the day, man. He was trying to take them down.
Yeah, Annihilus caught it too.
His career went down because of it.
Yeah, he tried to sue. I think Wendy's, because Wendy's had something that was associated with the same publisher who was putting out Manhunt 2. They just didn't respond, and the lawsuit ended up getting dropped.
I'm pretty sure he lost his ability to be a lawyer too.
He did.
Like,
he was
trying to
disbarred.
Take down Rockstar or whatever.
It wasn't because of that, but he was disbarred later in life. I cover that in the video as well. I think he said that he's still completely anti-video game and he hates video games, but that I don't remember he's not going to pursue anything against it anymore. He just kind of gave up, but he was disbarred.
Yeah, no wonder he's got vendetta against it. Oh, here's a cool idea RP suggested there, Evan. Imagine if there was a dev. Imagine if a dev was a murderer and he made a game where it slowly reviews clues until you catch them. That'd be sick there, man. I mean, that'd be fucked and cool at the same time. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, that would be a piece of twisted, like, human free agency art, I guess.
Yeah.
There's apps like, they're not real murderers, obviously, but there's apps that are designed with that in mind.
Interesting.
You seem to remember him defending Mass Effect at one point. I don't remember that. Maybe it happened. I remember him going after Mass Effect a little bit for the you know, that one scene. But
what's your thoughts on Cuphead, Dave Meister? So Cuphead was one of those games that I remember being very big, and I remember like a lot of people talking about it, but I never played it. It's kind of like Among Us.
I never played Among Us either.
I've heard that's really good, but that's all I can say. I never played it, man. Outside of a YouTube video, I covered like a demo of it. I think it's really fair to judge it, though.
It's supposed to be really hard, isn't it?
An IGN journalist famously failed the tutorial.
Yeah. I was about to bring that up. I was like, I kind of blame Cuphead for the fact that every modern game has yellow tape and paint everywhere because a journalist couldn't figure out how to move to the right, jump, and dash at the same time. Something that's, I mean...
Crazy.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's crazy. I mean, these are basic moves from like Symphony of the Night from 1999.
Right. And it kind of insults my intelligence when games put like yellow tape on where to go, or the worst is whenever you open a menu up and it has a tutorial and it forces you to navigate through it for like an arrow system. I always thought that was really annoying.
I hate
it's like,
that.
I feel like I'm playing a mobile game. Like, man, I can figure out a menu.
You can't get away from it with AAA games. Even 007 First Light, a game which I was very positive about, has like the yellow paint stuff going on really bad.
Do you think it's just they don't think people have the attention span to figure it out, or have we just become more accustomed to it?
I think it's
neither. Not ability to see it, or what?
I think it's neither. I think it's a business thing. If you would indulge me in a slight rant about business here,
Go for it.
Essentially, when you own a company or when you own a business, profitability is the number one thing. You want this year to outdo last year, and you want next year to outdo this year. And when it comes to a product that you're selling, the only thing you can do is try to get that product out to as many people as possible, which means you have to constantly be expanding the demographic circle. Which is why video games just stopped appealing to their core demographic, because they didn't want to lose their core demographic necessarily. They had reached a barrier where it was not expanding. So they needed to do whatever they could, literally anything, to expand the demographic market by increasing the availability and the marketability, which means appealing to the lowest common denominator, which means that if there is anything that could potentially result in someone trying a game and saying this isn't for me and returning it, therefore not resulting in a sale, you have to appeal to that and remove that possibility. So the yellow tape, all of this stuff where it's like they're treating me like I'm stupid, it's not for you. It's just to ensure that someone who's not familiar with video games and maybe like trying it out for the first time and doesn't really know how to play it is not going to be dissuaded from playing it further because they're not necessarily familiar with how a game controls, or they don't want to feel lost, is essentially what's going on.
It also explains a lot with video game budgets exceeding like over $100 million. It makes a whole lot of sense. They're trying to make it as applicable to as many people as possible.
Completely
so, yeah, it makes
inflated.
a whole sense that, yeah. I just hate it personally. I wish there was an option in the menu where you can just turn it off.
Yeah, so I'm 30 years old now, and it's only in like the last 4 years that I've deep dived like business, understanding sales, because up until the point till I was about 26, all I cared about was art, only with the art matters. So I've kind of learned to strike a balance of understanding, the difference between making a piece of art and making a product to be sold. And the truth of the matter is that they are often two sides of a coin that hate each other and don't get along. The more artistic and genuine a product is, the harder it's going to be to sell. That's just the reality.
True, man. I mean, look at stuff like, you ever played that game 13? I don't know you ever played
that
on the
I haven't played it, but I
PS2.
know what it is.
It's a classic. Very artistic, very, very creative, the whole like cel-shaded comic book style. I don't know if it's sold initially that well, but that's a good example of it. Pretty sure it underperformed at the time, because we never got a sequel. It's not like a remake 20 years later or whatever, but
I think even this game that we're playing
right
now is an example of it, because they wanted to make this like interesting experimental video game about being the bad guy, and EA bludgeoned it into something it wasn't supposed to be because they were scared it wouldn't sell.
And ultimately, compromised the final vision of the product, and
which caused it not to sell, by the way.
Yeah, funny enough. Wind Waker is very artsy, but it's sold well. Here's the thing: Wind Waker also has a Zelda name by it. I know it's very artsy-fartsy, but the Zelda name alone sells it, man. That's a brand, right? So it's brand recognition. And
it's important to remember that exceptions prove the rule, not the other way around, because Halo was pretty much an uncompromised vision, the original Halo,
yeah.
I mean. That was what they wanted it to be, and they had to cut a lot of content, but it wasn't really a compromised vision, and it just sold exceedingly well. That new movie that just came out called Obsession was what the guy who created it wanted it to be. It's the most profitable movie in history now. Like, it's the
really?
art, these are exceptions, though. Like, the general rule is that the more true to an original vision something is, the harder it's going to be to sell. But that's not always the case. David Lynch, the director, famously said that Lucas's Star Wars was his uncompromised vision, and then David said, my movies are also typically, with a few exceptions, my uncompromised vision. He said the only difference is the thing Lucas genuinely wants to make sells really, really well and appeals to a lot of people, and the thing he wanted to make didn't. So it's a general rule, but it's mainly just because typically the thing most artists want to do are not that appealing to majority of people. But sometimes it is.
Right.
I think Star Wars and Halo are examples of... My game is not loading, by the way. Are you guys loaded in?
Oh, we're still in the game, yeah.
Okay, I'm stuck at loading. I think I'm gonna have to restart my console.
Mario RPG, yeah, Nintendo does make some good artistic games. I'll give Nintendo one thing, although I'm not the biggest fan of like the 3D Mario era, like any 3D Mario game for that matter. I will say they're always quality. Like they don't really skimp on like in terms of like they all seem like they're quality games. They don't seem like broken out launch. They seem pretty well polished. I will give them that.
Yeah, Singularity is another example of Nihilus.
What's your thoughts on Bendy and the Ink Machine? I don't think I've ever watched that before. They're Dave Meisters. I don't have a take on it, man. Mario, yeah. I'll give Nintendo that. Like I said, I never played Super Mario Odyssey. I know a lot of people like that game, and I have to respect Nintendo for that. It seems like it's a good quality game. I know they made I'm trying to think what else they released. I've had so many games since then. But you get what I'm trying to say.
I've played almost no
Nintendo never
games.
goes on sale there, man.
I have almost no experience with Nintendo.
For me, it was like Zelda and a bit of Metroid Prime growing up. That's basically it. I played Sunshine as well, but the second I played Halo or even like played Grand Theft Auto, I was done with Nintendo. I'm not gonna lie, man. I just had no interest in playing their stuff. I thought like my GameCube was so like I was missing out, man.
There's some good stuff on
360,
GameCube.
I was like, man, I was there. Thank you, saying?
I said there's some good stuff on GameCube.
Oh yeah, man, it's a great console. It's like one of my first systems I had.
Shit.
Did you ever play Geist? That was another great exclusive from the GameCube.
I've never owned a GameCube. I know that there's some, because of the content I make, I've seen a lot of cool GameCube games, but I've never actually owned or played a GameCube, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's such a great controller. Even like the wafer was awesome as well. Yeah, Rogue Squadron was sick too.
Well, I'm a big Star Wars
GTA
man.
6, 100%, man. Facts. Yeah, Sunshine, Metroid Prime, and Zelda were enough to leave an impression. Yeah, man, it deserves more flowers. A lot of people talk crap about the GameCube. I'm gonna go on a little rant here that you don't want.
Please,
A lot of people growing up have always talk crap about the GameCube, but yes, me, I think it was one of Nintendo's best consoles. Like, you had Smash Brothers Melee, Wind Waker, Fourth Swords Adventures, Geist. You had Phantasy Star Online. You can go online with that on a GameCube. That was pretty cool. It does their RIP, and it was a big iteration over the N64 controller. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the N64 controller, but going from that to like the GameCube controller is 9-day difference. That too, the retro growth. Another reason why it was so great. Double Dash was awesome, and like the GameCube was solid, and it was more powerful than the PlayStation 2, so you had better ports. But yeah, man, if you ever get the chance there, Evan, highly recommend the GameCube. It's one of the best local multiplayer consoles you can get. They're also really reliable too. You can never kill them.
Dang, man. Yeah, it's there's a lot of GameCube games that I've always, you know, I've played only like 2 Metroid games in my life. I played Metroid Fusion as a child on the Game Boy Advance, and then I played 3 or 4 hours of Metroid Prime 2 on an emulator about 2 years ago because I wanted to see what it was about. That's it.
Man, you gotta try it out. That's a video series right there, man. Exploring the GameCube's library. I tell you right now, there's bangers on bangers.
I've heard as much. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be into it.
OG Xbox was always my favorite of all 3. Yeah, man. OG Xbox is definitely top 3 for me too. There, right?
That's why I have the. That's why I have the Xbox Duchess controller for my PC.
Shout out Hyperkin or whatever the company.
Yeah, Hyperkin. Shout out Hyperkin for your sick Xbox replica controller that's USB.
Randy says GameCube is dope, but the PlayStation 2 and Xbox were also knocking out bangers. Oh, of course, man. You have Burnout 3, you had Metal Gear Solid, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank. On the original Xbox, man, you had what? You had Battlefront, Republic Commando. I guess that was multi-platform, but still.
Halo.
Conker's Live and yeah, Halo, of course. Fusion Frenzy, Brute Force. I don't know if you ever played that one before there, Evan.
I haven't.
That's a cool one. I think it was built off the Bungie engine too, if memory serves me right.
There's this one Xbox exclusive shooter that I really, really want to do a video on, but the emulation won't work, so I can't emulate it, or at least it wouldn't last time I tried. So I can't emulate it, and it's not available anywhere else. It's called Breakdown. You ever heard of that?
Breakdown?
Yeah.
No.
It's a shooter / beat 'em up, mad cool, and I really want to do a video on it. I just gotta I'm either gonna have to break down and get analog, or they're gonna have to like make it playable through emulation.
I'm trying to think. We played a game called Strikeout. I don't know if that's the same game. That was like a beat 'em up though. Yeah,
No,
Crimson
this
Skies
is
dope too.
I'm talking. This is like a first-person shooter that just happens to have a lot of melee combat.
Okay, yeah, no, I think I've never played it before.
Yeah, Breakdown. Very cool. I played some of it, but it's just not playable emulation, so I have to figure out a different way. But I really want to do a video on it. I like doing videos on like weird, obscure one-off games. That's why I did that Advent Rising video. I want to do one on Dark Watch.
Dark Watch. Yeah, the multiplayer on that game is great too, by the way.
Yeah, that would be another good one for your channel, to play some multiplayer on Dark Watch.
Oh man, there's so many good original Xbox games we still haven't touched on, like the online multiplayer. Serenity, actually, as a matter of fact, says Breakdown's available on the Series X apparently.
Yeah, but I don't own a Series X.
Oh well, there you go.
Which is I knew it was. It's just I don't.
Yeah, I wish Microsoft would include like Xbox emulation on PC.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Breakdown was a Japanese take on a Western first-person shooter game. Nice.
But yeah, that's exactly it. It's a Japanese take on a Western FPS game. That's exactly what it is. I'll tell you, the problem with the original Xbox is that apparently there's very little interest in like emulation teams to mess with it. Zemu is like the only stable emulator, and what I've heard is like the other consoles like Dolphin and XPCS2 have more support because people just don't care as much about original Xbox games for some reason.
I think a lot of people assume that the original Xbox was basically a PC in disguise. I saw what's up there, buddy. And that's probably the intention of it. Well, first off, yo, Hurdy, thank you so much for becoming a member for 22 months. That's crazy.
Yo, let's go. Shout out.
The legend. Oh. Shout out to both you guys. Shout out to Evan Prince and Hurdy, man. Thank you so much.
No, not me. I was shouting at your member.
Oh, my bad. Here, I got you.
I was shouting at your member. Don't shout me out. I didn't join up as a member. Shout him out.
All over the place today, bro. Sparkling water's getting to me there, guys. It's heat, I swear. Purity, I appreciate you, homie. Canada, yes, sir. Born and raised. Prince, man, for becoming a member for 8 months. Prince Grove, thank you so much there, bro.
Shout out, Prince
Grove.
Grove.
Span the soundboard. All right, prepare your eardrums there, guys. Yeah, I got you. Just still give me a second. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
Centrifuge online.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Here we go. Of course there, man. Thank you guys so much. Prince Grove, Hurdy, all you guys. Thank you. Words, man. What's going on there, man? I got you. Hold up. Okay, shout out to Canada. Shout out to Brazil as well. Speaking of which. I think so. He's still looking for it.
The animations in this game are really cool. I like how stylish they
I
are.
like the ragdoll physics. Whenever you shoot someone, they fall to the ground. I miss ragdoll physics like that.
Yeah.
Like there's no weight to them at all. It's so goofy.
Yeah, why did we lose ragdoll physics? What's up with that?
I don't get it, man. They don't know how to optimize games anymore. I blame that. Yo, shout out to that. Here, you know what? Shout out to Brazil, man. One more time. Let's run that back.
Running it back. Did I just kill you with a centrifuge?
Mm-hmm.
Let's
I
go.
walked into that one, to be fair. I got distracted by hitting my soundboard. Mock, what's your thoughts on Soma? So Soma, I don't think I've ever played Soma before. I know
Dude,
of
it's
it,
so
but
good.
I've never played it. Is it?
Yeah, do you like walking simulator games at all?
Is that like Hellblade? Would you consider that as a walking simulator? Or
Kind
like,
of, but that's not. I'm talking more like Amnesia: The Dark
Prophecy?
Descent.
Okay.
It's a horror game, but it's mostly. It's not really that scary. It's really just a walking simulator. It's about 4 hours long. You just kind of walk around and explore the story, avoid enemies, but it's really well written. So that's why most people like it, because the story is incredibly compelling.
Is that also on console or just PC?
It's everything. You can play it on console or PC.
Like I said, I've heard of it before, but I've never actually played it.
It's by the developers of
Sounds cool,
Amnesia:
though.
The Dark Descent.
I think I've played Outcast. I don't think I've ever played Amnesia though.
Yeah, Outlast is different develop. I love Outlast as well, but Outlast is I think Soma is typically considered some of the best writing in video game format. I would consider it that. Very, very well written.
Damn, what year was it released in?
2015.
Okay, shit. It's been like 11 years or whatever.
How do you guys feel about Xbox being sold off as its own separate company? I think it was kind of an inevitability, to be honest. And I think Microsoft is just really sick of eating the loss because I think Xbox has been losing a lot of money. I know Game Pass is the reason they're cutting so hard back on Game Pass is because it just was not profitable. It was costing them double the money they were making on it.
You'd have to get paid 7 figures to realize that's not going to be profitable long term. Like, I don't know how they pulled that off, man.
I don't know why they bought. I remember when they announced Xbox Game Pass. I was talking to some friends. I was like, "There's no way that's going to last." I was like, I would give that 10 years tops, being generous, because that's just going to swallow their profit whole.
Well, that's just it, man. Even the Series S, the whole idea of that console existing was because you got Game Pass. And the second that you make Game Pass unaffordable, the Series S becomes less of a value proposition. Like, the Series S is like, what, $500 now here in Canada or something like that?
Wow.
It's just no point buying one, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know a single person that actually, I knew a few people that had it, but they stopped using it after like Game Pass went up in value. Just got the piece of purpose of that console.
Yeah, it's hard because these executives, these business suits, they cannot. Their eyes have been scaled over with live service. It's all they can think about. They go to sleep thinking about live service. Sony. Yeah. So
Sony for you there, man. That they love the idea of it.
The Game Pass answered the question is, how can we turn this into a monthly subscription? Because that's the money. Like selling one product at a time, sure, but what they want is they want monthly sales. That's why Disney Plus, streaming services, so they said, how can we Netflixize video games? But it was never, ever going to work because video games cost triple what anything else does to create.
Exactly. Take longer to make as well.
Xbox says they do two different things. Phil had a beautiful vision, but I think buying Activision was too much, and now they're trying to recoup costs. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. I think that purchase should have been stopped by the government, to be honest with you.
Oh, the Activision acquisition?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild, man. I thought Bethesda was a big deal when they acquired them, but Activision, holy shit.
Yeah, I think that should have stopped as well. I used to joke about this, but it's more true than ever. Like, the government does all of these jobs that it's not really supposed to do, but one thing it's supposed to do is prevent monopolization, and it just fails to do that constantly.
Yeah. Whoever's got bigger pocket there, man. Money talks, bullshit walks, as the old saying goes.
That's true, so true.
The illusion of it, I guess. I don't know, man, but I still can't get over how they greased that deal over. I think also Nintendo wasn't fair because they're bringing over Call of Duty, like, as part of their agreement, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So, I think honestly the Activision acquisition was one of their biggest downfalls. Next to the Xbox One launch, was the
yeah, that original reveal was terrible, but it was again
like, up to it.
It was part of that same thing I was saying earlier, where it's like it was all about how can we expand the demographic. They weren't interested in showing off cool new things to their existing demographic. They were interested in how can we get like other. That's why. The Guardians of the Galaxy film did so well. You know how the Guardians of the Galaxy film, the Marvel was like worried about it, and then it came out. It was like their most successful movie to date. Do you remember this?
I think I remember hearing about that. I remember that, or it was Deadpool. Like one or the other. One of those two Marvel movies.
Deadpool was not owned by Marvel at the time.
Oh, what? It was by Fox, wasn't it?
It was Fox, yeah. Now, Fox isn't a thing anymore, but at the time, that was just Fox that was successful. Guardians of the Galaxy was the most successful Marvel movie to date when it came out. Nobody knew that was going to happen, but the reason, and that it also like ruined Marvel movies for a decade because every Marvel movie was trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy. But the reason that happened is because Guardians of the Galaxy was incredibly family friendly. It was something mom, dad, and the kids could all go to, that all of them, it was funny enough that everyone would have a good time. And that's why every Marvel movie after that became increasingly like quippy and funny. It's extreme market expansion. It's how can we make something that is as appealing to as many people as possible, which is what Xbox was trying to do with that Xbox One presentation that was notoriously bad.
Spectacularly, yeah. Always online, forcing, like, I think you had to sign to connect. Didn't you have to like user connect every 24 hours or something like that?
It was something like that, and they also didn't show off any games that looked like a video game.
Yeah, and all Sony did was just talk about how they support used games and just showed off video games for the PS4 conference, and they won. They won that generation, man.
They did. They did. Yeah, they did that notorious video where they're like, here's how you share a game on the PS4. And one CEO turns to the other and like hands him a physical game. Because the Xbox was talking about locking each purchase down to a single console. So like you can't share your games with people. They didn't end up doing that.
Aren't executives because they're creative. Yeah, that's true. They're serving, man. There's a reason they're in the position, bro.
That's very true.
GTA 6, I appreciate you, man.
The Hi-Fi Rush devs too, yeah. Xbox always cried about needing a wide portfolio of exclusives. Then you kill Tango Gameworks, Scalebound, the Perfect Dark reboot, and then there's Rareware with Everwild, Banjo as an untapped goldmine. Yeah, but it's like that chatter just said, executives aren't executives because they're creative.
Microsoft fumbled the bag not by dropping Milo in the Kinect. Yeah, man.
Yeah, where's Milo at? Bring that
we got
back.
Peter, man. Where's he at, bro? He promised that game there, man. I wanted to talk to that kid, man. I want to talk to the little AI thing.
Why don't you go to ChatGPT and get that now?
Else, man. I was gonna say, actually, you know what? He was 15 years late, I should say. I know,
He was-
early, yeah.
Oh, early. He was very ahead of his time. He was like, this is the future. It's like, it is, but it's going to be way more dystopian than a video game.
Yeah. Hurdy says, what are you thinking there, Mock? GTA 6 trailer on the pre-order dates. Hurdy, I talked about coating actually earlier about this, and I think I shared the same sentiment, I gotta say. I think that we're probably gonna get some sort of gameplay trailer or some sort of gameplay shown on Thursday to hype up the pre-orders. If not, very close to it. Maybe Tuesday, they're Hurdy, leading up to it. I'm not too sure, but I do know that the marketing campaign definitely has started for GTA 6, if anything else. So I'm hoping that they can stick to that November 19th release date.
Katrina says, bring Milo back. I wanted to bully the AI kid.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was going to say this for if anything else, it's definitely tangible nowadays. You ever played that Fable The Lost Journey game on Kinect there, Evan?
I've never played a Fable game in... Well, I think I played like 5 hours of Fable 2 and decided it wasn't for me.
That's fair, yeah, man. The Lost Journey, that game was scuffed, man. It wasn't great, but Fable 2 is actually decent. It's probably my favorite in the series.
Are you at all into the new one they're doing, Fable 4 or remake or whatever?
Yeah, it's created by the guys that made Playground Studios, right? The Forza Horizon team.
I think so. Do you believe the rumors that originally they were not
Good.
going to let you create your own character and they've been scrambling to do so, or you think that they were always because of the backlash of the character design?
I think one thing about Microsoft is that they never understood what made their games special. That's one thing I've noticed about their IPs like Halo and Gears of War.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think they have no clue what the hell is going on. That's one of the funniest things about video games to me is because typically an executive can like figure out what works, why it works, double on it, increase volume, and make money. But with video games, it's so intrinsically like artistic, childlike, and I say this positively, like I say this lovingly. It's very adolescent. Like playing video games has a strong adolescence to it. And these business executives, they're the opposite of childlike. They've lost their whimsy. They've lost their childlike nature. They're very like faux grown up, and so they have no fucking clue what the appeal of this is, and they don't know what to do with it. They just know that it makes money.
And they just don't understand why it makes money.
They don't understand why it makes money. Yeah.
100%, man. I'm with you on that. I think we should lock every executive for like 24 hours. They got to play for like all the Halo campaigns or something, and like write a 5-page essay on why those games are so well beloved.
Dude, I would pay to read
hand
that.
them more of a controller. And it's just a shame because a lot of those calls are being made by people that have never picked up a controller before, man. And it seems like that.
They never. It's worse. They've never picked up a controller before, and I've listened to a bunch of them talk. They're proud of it. They think it's like gross. I think it's the EA Games president has talked about how he thinks video games are like for losers. It's like you're the president of a company. Yeah. He said that. It's like, bro, what do you? That's your company. That's your product. What are you talking about?
That's wild, man.
Fool.
I can only imagine, like, yeah, thanks for buying a product. By the way, you guys are a bunch of losers.
Imagine owning a Broadway theater, a Broadway-like theater, and thinking like musicals and plays are for losers.
Yeah, they have George Clooney come out on stage and like shoot the finger to the crowd or something, you know?
Yeah. Evan, when are you going to stream Star Wars Connect? I know you've mentioned on the podcast how much it's influenced your content. I was probably the pinnacle of Star Wars content. I'm getting rage baited by my own chat right now.
It'd be like that. Thank you for your money, suckers. Basically, they're GTA 6. Those guys are just doing a job, paying off a mortgage. It's just a job they have no passion for. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a reason they got in that position. But still, I just think we need more executives that actually like can talk the talk. And you know, people talk shit about Phil Spencer. I don't think he was all that bad. At least he had some like some gaming background to it.
Yeah,
His
I think
decisions
Spencer's
were
fine.
controversial, but I don't think he was that bad. He gets a lot of hate.
Lots of
it was better than
executives taking high-paying jobs despite hating the product that they have to sell. For what will it benefit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul?
Dance Central games? Yeah, I think so too. I think I like Dance Central a lot more than Just Dance. To be fair to her, I didn't play many of the dancing games, but I remember Dance Central. Wasn't that created by Harmonix? The guys that made like Rock Band and stuff?
I don't know.
Gaben is the last base bastion there, bro. He is, man. Shout out to
Facts.
Valve.
Yeah.
It sucks because the day that that Gabe retires, whoever takes in his position has such big like boots to fill.
Dude, I've said openly that when Gabe retires or passes, I think most business is gonna swap to GOG because whoever takes over Steam is gonna destroy it. They're gonna ruin it.
Yeah. Imagine if they went like public or something like that, man.
That's probably gonna be the first thing that happens.
Yeah, they're gonna get like an IPO or something like that.
And then we just move to. I'm already prepping the move to GOG at that point. I got a chatter saying he's more excited for Gears E-Day than Modern Warfare 4 or GTA 6. What are your thoughts on that, Mock?
Oh, sorry, say that again.
I got a chatter here saying that they're more excited for Gears E-Day than Modern Warfare 4 or GTA 6. What are your thoughts?
I think, you know what, there, man, I will be honest, that was one of the takeaways from that conference that I actually thought was pretty sick. I gotta say, Gears of War E-Day looks like it's kind of a return to form. I like the movement system they're doing. It seems a lot more dynamic. One thing about Gears of War and the original ones is that it felt very, almost, very stiff as a cover-based shooter. And I think the idea of them adding more emotions, being able to slide underneath stuff and pop over like obstacles more freely, definitely adds another layer to the gameplay. And it looks like kind of a throwback to the original games. It looks bloody, it looks gory, just like the original Gears game. And yeah, it seems like they're doing something right with it. I just hope that it delivers. And I think if I'd probably get Game Pass, I don't think I'll buy it day one. I feel like that's a game that I'd pay like $20 a month just to have the privilege to play it. I don't think I'd get like my full money worth, like paying like $90 or $100 for it. But, yeah. I think it looks exciting though. That's kind of my take. I think I'm more excited for that than Modern Warfare 4. I'm with your chatter in that regard.
Cool. I agree. I haven't been big on Call of Duty in a while. I do think Modern Warfare 4 looks interesting. It looks more interesting than any game they've put out in a while, though. This game looks like it'd be cool if the movement wasn't stiff. I agree. The movement's really bad.
Here, I think I'm kind of curious to see what Infinity Ward's been working on, but they've been working on it for like 4 years. Because I think their last one was what, Modern Warfare 2 in 2022.
I think so.
I think for me, it's mostly single player that I'd probably prefer to play. Single player, maybe that DMZ mode. Multiplayer is a bit of, I'm always kind of mixed bag with Infinity Ward, Modern Infinity Ward to be more specific, but we'll see. I guess when the beta comes out, I'll try it then.
The same chatter wants to know if you're looking forward to Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. I've never played any of them, so I have no opinion.
Never played the original. I heard it's really good. Hard. What's up there, buddy? Nice there, Alex. I'm excited for Turok 2008. Evan, did you ever play that before?
Turok? I've never played a Turok game before. I've always thought about it.
Yeah, they're great, especially on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, those would be cool for a video.
Who's that with you, Mod 3? This is Evan Prince, the Harvey. We're playing GoldenEye Rogue Agent, my friend. Gears of War E-Day versus Serious Sam 3 BFE before the first encounter. the battle, the prequels. But you might as well put like Battlefield 1 in there while you're at Battlefield 3.
When are you doing a Battlefront game day?
You know what? We haven't done Battlefront in a hot minute there, man. I think next time I do PlayStation 2 or even the original Xbox, I might do Battlefront 1 or 2 over Insignia. Alright, P-Man, I'm already talking about the N64 Turok games. Like I said, growing up, I play a lot of GoldenEye and like Tomorrow The World's Not Enough. I never really played any of them growing up there, RIP, so I owe myself a favor to check it out.
Yeah, it's time, bro.
I'm gonna say, man. I'm only getting older there, bro. I'm definitely not getting younger anytime soon.
Well, if you believe in that one create Brian Johnson. He believes he's getting younger. He's gonna live forever.
Yeah, Brian Johnson.
He thinks he's getting younger.
Hey man, if you believe it enough, you'll eventually. If you say enough to yourself, you'll believe it, I guess.
Saying it makes it real. He's gonna manifest, and I'm gonna start telling people I'm getting younger. Actually,
That's how you reverse it, though, man.
facts.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I gotta check the Turok games. I know there was Turok Evolution on the GameCube. I played that one. That was acclaimed, I'm pretty sure. And that was alright. But I feel like I owe it to myself to play the originals. I feel like they were a lot better.
What's the blue stuff when you shoot an enemy? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I gotta say, so far with the multiplayer of this game there, Evan, I'm kind of trying to find a way to describe it. It kind of reminds me of... It reminds me of Agent Under Fire. I know we talked about that earlier before the stream.
Similar
But
concept,
that was one of
but
the first games that came to my mind.
I think Agent
like
Under Fire
jetpacks and
plays
stuff.
way better, way smoother than this. This is way stiffer than Agent Under Fire.
It definitely feels like it's been shoehorned in. Like, I think this game was better for single player. More designed with that in mind. But the maps are kind of fun, though. I can't say I've played on a map so far I didn't like.
I've gotten some satisfying kills in this so far. Like, I got a double kill with one grenade. I've gotten a few... I've used the mag rail. I don't know if you know this, but one of your GoldenEye powers lets you see through walls. So I've gotten a couple of cross-map kills by seeing through walls with the mag rail. That's been pretty cool. So I've pulled off some satisfying moves. Soon we'll have robot parts so you could live forever, but living forever sounds terrible. I would rather die, bro. I do not want to live forever.
You like age like a California raisin or whatever there, man. Oh, man, that'd suck. Agent Under Fire blows us out of the water, as Serenity says. Turok on the PS5, the remasters are very good, but do not revisit them on the N64. Yeah. Didn't, like, Night Dive port them there, Serenity?
I think they did, yeah. I don't know what engine this game is built on. I think it might be a modified id Tech. I'm not sure. But I do know that Agent Under Fire was built directly on top of the id Tech 3 engine. And from that alone, it's just significantly better.
Yo, Damon, GG's there, man. I got you. Yeah, I gotta revisit Agent Under Fire, man. It's been a hot minute since I last played that. I wish I had multiplayer, like, online. That and Nightfire. Nightfire is still the GOAT, man. I love Nightfire.
I think it does have multiplayer online, doesn't it? It does on...
I don't know if it had LAN or not. If it did, man, I'd definitely be playing that.
Let me look
Depth
that up.
traps.
Nightfire
Self-
does, right? Nightfire? Does it not? Nightfire might not. I think it only does on one console.
I know there's a PC port, but the PC version was completely different.
Yeah, I covered that in my video. The PC version is not great.
The multiplayer, though, was kind of cool. We played that one time. That was kind of sick. Alrighty, so, guys, lobby is up. Yeah, the Gold Stack engine.
Okay, now Agent Under Fire is not having online mode.
Rogue Agent was made on the Medal of Honor engine, which is id Tech engine. Really? Counter-Strike Nexon runs on Gold Source 2. I don't think I ever played Counter-Strike Nexon. I've heard of it before.
Okay, well, this game plays way worse than Agent Under Fire. The shooting and aiming is just
This game is missing
catastrophic.
the grapple hook.
Oh, yeah, the grapple hook is fire, bro.
The
That's such a good
jetpack,
part of
everything. Yeah, that's what I
Agent
think
Under
of
Fire.
Agent Under Fire. Another thing I don't like about this game is the crosshair. Why is it so up there? It's so awkwardly placed.
I've seen that pointed out several times. I have no clue why they did that. It's so
The
bad.
FOV. Yeah, it's terrible. I'd rather not have a crosshair at all. Just wait. That's true, there's Randy. Growing up, I used to play a lot of that with like my dad and stuff in multiplayer. My brother with Agent Under Fire, but Nightfire was probably the best for like hang out with your friends and whatnot.
Yeah, at least it had bots. That always spiced it up.
Definitely. I wish more games had bots like that, man. Especially when games are like tied to online requirement. It'd be cool to still play it with just with bots though. Like,
Agent-
instead of shutting down an MMO, you could at least still play it but with bots instead of actual players.
Yeah,
Like, call them
facts.
on.
Agent Under Fire had bots, but only on the Xbox and the GameCube versions. It didn't have it on the PS2 versions.
Damn.
All right, I'm gonna BRB for like 30 seconds. BRB
Yeah,
chat.
man. I used to play bot multiplayer and Nightfire. Yeah, me too, they're Ninetales. My favorite map was that Skyrail one. I don't know if you remember that or not. But there's this map called Skyrail where it was like that, it was like a monorail that goes across the map. I used to like shoot like rockets at my friends underneath me. I think it was based on like a skiing hill or something like that. It was so much fun. Because it's the reverse of the Halo 2 crosshair. Oh man. One thing I realized there's Serenity is I play a lot of these old first-person shooters, especially in the 6th gen. It's kind of crazy how many people are trying to figure out a control scheme, how to like play a properly map a first-person shooter. Like you think that when Halo CE came out, everyone would just adopt whatever Bungie did, but everyone just kind of had their own take on it. I don't know when it all became unified. Maybe that was like Call of Duty 2 or Call of Duty 4. But it's definitely kind of cool how control schemes were so different for first-person shooters, and every developer did it slightly different than the other. Nowadays, it all seems unified, but yeah, me too there, man. That and Rogue Squadron. 7654 says, I got a jailbroken Xbox One with Left 4 Dead 2 and all the DLCs in my living room. Nice there, man. REV on the PlayStation 3. 7654, there's actually mods for Left 4 Dead 2 on the Xbox 360. I don't know if you know this, but there's like custom skin support. I think there's custom maps as well too. But the modding scene for that game is really cool on the Xbox 360. Also, I don't know if you guys knew about this, but there's this project called Call of Duty Xenon on the Xbox 360. What it is an open source mod loader that allows you to play custom maps on COD 4 on the Xbox 360. So some guy brought Nuketown to the 360 version of COD 4, and I'm pretty sure you can port custom weapons and character models into COD 4 now, only on the 360. It's so cool.
That is cool.
That's true, though. Yeah, it's so cool, man. I didn't think it was even possible. Apparently, if there's a will, there's a way, I guess.
I'm about to say, the modding community is insane.
Man, even on the PlayStation 2, like the San Andreas modding community is nuts. I'm working on one right now, and they completely revitalized the entire map. It's like a remaster mod. But they added like different like buildings and structures to the environment on a PlayStation 2. I think it's kind of crazy. Yeah,
I remember my mind was completely blown by one GTA mod where they managed to take GTA 5 and connect it to the entire map from like GTA 4, San Andreas, Vice City. No, not Vice City, but
really.
Yeah, it's some mod where you can go to every map from GTA San Andreas, GTA 4, and GTA 5, and I think there's one more. And they're just connected by these massive bridges.
Cool. Yeah, I've never heard of it before. I'm assuming that's only PC though.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be PC.
GTA Underground mod here, so it says. I looked that up, man. That sounds sick. I know GTA 4 had like map mods and stuff like that, but I didn't know didn't think it could go to that extent. I thought it was just like, you know, changing the textures or adding like buildings and stuff to the environment. There was another mod for the PlayStation 2 San Andreas. Now that I think about it, I don't know if you heard about this one, but some guy was able to port GTA 2's top-down map and the San Andreas on the PlayStation 2.
No, I
thought
did not
that
hear
was really
about
cool.
that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
sick. PC only, it's the mod that combines all the Rockstar game cities.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Do you know if it includes like the Manhunt city and stuff like that?
No, it doesn't include Carcer because Manhunt was not an open world game. It was linear, so there's no city to include.
Right. I wonder if you can do like Bulwark from Bully.
Maybe. I don't think it did include, but that'd probably be easy. That probably wouldn't be that hard, right? If they can do all the other ones. I would like to see
There's
Carcer
loads of
City
way.
actually, you know, come back in some capacity. It was mentioned in GTA 5.
Maybe GTA 6 will do it, man. We'll make another reference to it. Maybe we'll even have part of it.
Yeah, let me go to Carcer City. Make Manhunt 3.
You need to go to Carcer City, you know, just like in Red Dead Redemption 2.
I want Manhunt 3.
Man, I want Smugglers Run 2. Or Warriors 2.
I don't think you're getting a Smuggler's Run 2.
I was gonna say there, man. I gotta create myself at this rate. Tails, I think Blake made a video on, didn't he? I'm pretty sure Blake, I can't remember his last name, but he did a video on GTA Carcer City. Yo, Winter says, hey Mock, I found your videos recently. I was blown away by how many people still are online on the things like the PlayStation 2. Thank you for what you do. You know what there, Winter? Thank you for watching them, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you're doing a
like
public
that and the
service,
fact you guys support, oh man, likewise to you too there, man. You're carving a lot of obscure games. You put a lot of effort in your stuff there, man. But all you guys, I really appreciate it there, man.
We're
I don't
relics
really
of the
say I
past.
appreciate you guys, but I do, man. Likewise. What's a Malden state of emergency? That's a great point. Yeah, I forgot about state of emergency. Was that open world Third Serenity, or was that just linear? Do you know? Have you ever played State of Emergency before there, Evan Prince?
No, I know what it is, but I've never played it.
I didn't know if that was open world or not.
I just
Yo,
can't get over
Dom, what's up there, buddy?
can't get over this music in the background, bro. It's so fire.
Mick Delicious, thank you so much for subbing to the channel, man. I appreciate it. Dragon out, doing pretty good there, man. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Happy belated birthday. Yeah, man, I just turned 30, dirty 30 there, man. It's a feat.
I think Bully 2 was in development, but got canceled, if I'm not mistaken. Along
It
with
was.
along with their game called Agent, which they just decided didn't need to exist for some reason.
It's crazy too, because a lot of like concept art and environmental details have leaked for that game too. On people on like artists' LinkedIn pages. Or,
That looks like
artists'
something I would have
Facebook.
played, man.
Yeah, it looked cool, man. I don't know why they canceled it. Vinny, man, you're never too late. What's going on there, bud?
They did make a Smuggler's Run 2 on PS2. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they
New
did.
heal, absolutely, man. Facts. Missed the GameCube. Agent would have been amazing, absolutely.
Jack
I
3 is kind of Smuggler's 2. If you think Smuggler's Run 2, if you think about it.
I should never played Jack. I never played any of the Jack and Daxter games. I played Daxter on the PSP, and that's basically it.
That's a great game, though.
I got it, man. That's Naughty Dog, right?
Yeah. When they were still good.
Same with PT. Yeah. Oh man, Intergalactic. I don't know about that one.
I'm not gonna say anything at all about Intergalactic.
I'll wait until it comes up, and I'll reserve judgment for that one. I will say the only redeeming factor of Part 2 was probably the combat and the no return, the roguelite mode. That's actually a lot of fun. I'll give the game that. But yeah.
I know a lot of people like loved The Last of Us and hated The Last of Us Part 2. Dude, I didn't even like The Last of Us Part 1.
Really?
I'm one of the few people who like just could not get into it. And I tried, I promise. I actually purchased The Last of Us 1 4 different times in my life. I bought it for the PS3 because I was a huge Uncharted fan. And I got about halfway through it, I got bored, I didn't finish it. Then I got it for the PS3 again later. Same thing happened. I got the PS4 remastered version that they released, and I traded it in because I couldn't finish it. And eventually, I purchased it on the PlayStation Store a 4th time, the remastered version for the PS4, because I had literally nothing else to do. I got near the end, I got bored, I didn't have any fun, and I did not like it. I do not like The Last of Us.
Oh man, like I had the polar opposite experience. I know I just love that game. It's one of my favorites. Did you ever play the multiplayer though? You
No.
might change your mind with that. Multiplayer is really unique in that game. Faction.
I have heard that, but no, I've never played it. I don't like I did not like the story at all, and that's something that's important for me. I know everybody says that like the best thing about The Last of Us is like the story and the characters. I'm like, this is not compelling me, even in the slightest.
Yeah, there hits or doesn't there, man. That's fair. Would you say that you preferred like the Uncharted games over The Last of Us? Like
yeah.
Uncharted 2 or 3?
Yeah, dude, I prefer Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 over The Last of Us. I love the Uncharted games.
Pretty good too.
I wasn't crazy about the 4th Uncharted. I'll say that. I think the 4th one lost the plot, but I like the original trilogy a lot.
It's funny because I share the same sentiment how you feel with The Last of Us with Uncharted 4. Like I like the multiplayer of Uncharted 4, but for me Uncharted 4 I just kind of felt like I kind of got bored of it. If it makes any sense.
Yeah, I didn't like Uncharted 4 at all. Did you like 1, 2, or 3?
What for Uncharted?
Yeah.
So I played for Uncharted 3 story back in the day, and I'm pretty sure I played for parts of Uncharted 2. It's a little fuzzy. I watched my older brother play the original Uncharted. I think my favorite would have been 2 among these. I thought 3 was a lot of fun too. But 1 was pretty cool back in 2007. It was one of the first examples of how powerful the PlayStation 3 was. It was a great example of it. It was up there with like Metal Gear Solid 4, Killzone 2, Warhawk, you know, Resistance Fall of Man.
Yeah, because
It was a good first game. It was like Assassin's Creed 1. They laid a foundation. It was kind of rough around the edges.
I agree.
The vision was there. The sequel was a lot better.
Yeah, I think 3 is my favorite one. Yeah, but 4 is not a good example of what Uncharted can be, in my opinion. I think 3 is probably my favorite. But 2 is a great answer.
Like Serenity says that Uncharted 4 had mostly cutscenes. There's not enough game there. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. I also think that the writing took a pretty massive downgrade because they did not keep Amy Hennig's original
Right,
ideas.
She left halfway or whatever.
Yeah, and they got rid of half of her work when she left, and they redid a bunch of stuff. And her version, I think, would have been a lot better. I think Amy Hennig leaving killed Uncharted 4.
Yeah, it seems like it's like you said. There's something missing with that one. I had the same sentiment when it came out in 2016. And I'm pretty sure Amy, didn't she go work on like a Star Wars like game called Ragtag or whatever?
That's exactly what happened.
That got shut down as well.
Which I'm still upset about that. But yeah, it got shut down. Evan, how do I feel about Lost Legacy? I never played it. I didn't like 4 enough to justify playing it.
Oh, Lost Legacy. I forgot that game even came out. That was the spin-off, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be
Uncharted
a DLC.
Is so funny. You can kill so many people and never really acknowledges it. Yeah, I felt the same way with Part 2, The Last of Us Their Winter. Like, I don't want to spoil the ending, but it was kind of goofy there, man. Bro, my modded Xbox has got banned. What do I do? Grimes, our brother. You got to look yourself what's called a key vault. It's your console that got banned. I don't think your account got banned. But look into what's called using a key vault. That should fix your issue. Arnaudo, what's going on there, buddy? You say the worst part of the DLCs in older Call of Duty games is that they become abandoned after a couple of years, and even though they're great maps, probably my favorite maps in the game, they can't be played anymore. The biggest issue there, Arnaudo, is the fact that you have to choose either keeping the DLCs installed and be able to play with nobody, or stick to the base maps and have access to play with people, but you're playing the same maps over and over again. The fact that they didn't give the option to disable the maps out until, like, what, Advanced Warfare was just ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, that too, they're Grimes, but you gotta pay to play, as the old saying goes.
Yeah, a lot of times the DLC maps are the best ones.
Well, that's just it there, man. Yo, Caesar, we gotta play that, man. We haven't played Rocket League for the PlayStation 3. I've been sleeping on that one for a hot minute. I like Lost Legacy more than 4. I don't think I've even played Lost Legacy.
I haven't either. That's kind of a crazy take,
Pure
but
talk.
it could be true.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't played Lost Legacy. Well, that's one of those games. It's like Far Cry Primal there, man. I've never seen that one. I don't think I've ever played it before.
I also haven't, but I've been kind of interested in it. It's such a wacky
cool.
little game.
Apparently, the guy who played Adam Jensen, the voice actor, he voiced the main protagonist.
Yeah, but all of it's in like ooga booga grunts. Like there's no actual.
I think they created the language.
Yeah, they created like a
themselves.
caveman language for the game.
That's cool. I wish Ubisoft would take more creative risks like that. Like, that game was risky. I mean, I guess it was a spin-off, to be fair, but still.
Dude, speaking of Far Cry, since you can do multiplayer like this, it'd be really cool to do a Far Cry Instincts.
Yeah. On the original Xbox, or were we talking the 360 port?
Whichever one would be easier, but I'm thinking it would be cool to do it because you could like have like an hour pre-game where everybody like creates a map in the map creator, and then you play those maps. That'd be mad cool.
That would be really cool.
Because you know Far Cry Instincts,
like, rate on the maps and stuff, like from 1 to 5. And
yeah, because Far Cry Instincts had like that map creator. I created a bunch of maps in the original Xbox Far Cry Instincts map creator just for fun. I didn't have access to Xbox Live, so nobody ever saw them.
It was just, it was a cool feature to have, and the fact that it wasn't locked behind like an online, like you had to be online to use it is also really cool as well. Because I'm pretty sure it had split screen multiplayer, if memory serves me right, did it?
It did have split screen multiplayer, I'm pretty sure, but you know, obviously you can't do much with that.
Far Cry Primal is like the Force, but you're being constantly harassed by animals and Neanderthals.
Hell yeah.
I gotta check that out there. Bro.
So yeah, an Instinct stream would go mad hard, bro.
Yeah, man, I love Far Cry Instincts. We played that one time actually on the 360. I don't know if I ever played Far Cry. I think I'm thinking of Predator, but I'm pretty sure we played Instincts or Instincts, the one before Instincts on Insignia.
Okay, so there's the original Far Cry for PC done by Crytek. Then there is Far Cry Instincts, which is a reinterpretation of the original. Far Cry Instincts Predator is actually just a remaster of Far Cry Instincts for the Xbox 360, but it came with an expansion pack called Far Cry Instincts Evolution.
Right. That's
So,
what I'm getting confused with. Yeah.
The thing with Predator is Far Cry Instincts Evolution was an expansion pack for Far Cry Instincts that came out on the original Xbox, but they packaged them together for the Xbox 360 and just called it Far Cry Instincts Predator. But it's just the original remastered with the Evolution DLC attached to it.
And like all the up-res graphics.
Yeah.
I think it ran out a better frame rate as well too.
Yes. I did a 2.5 hour video on this.
Is it backwards compatible still?
Predator? Like on modern consoles? I have no idea.
Okay, I thought it was backwards compatible on the Series X. I could be wrong. Maybe someone in chat can confirm that, but I could have swore playing that on my Series X before. It's still a really good game.
Yeah, I love Far Cry Instincts.
What do you prefer more, Far Cry Instincts or Far Cry 2?
Oh, that's tough. I think Far Cry 2 is a better game, and I like the way that it's designed better and it plays better. But I think Far Cry Instincts is a lot sillier and edgier, and you get like cat person powers, which I love. So
Oh yeah,
I find it hard to compare the two, honestly, because one of them is a linear story shooter. Far Cry 2 is like Far Cry 2 is like an open world kind of thing, and then Far Cry Instincts is like a level-based shooter.
I always thought Far Cry Instincts was more arcadey. Like Far Cry 2 kind of leaned more towards a realism, like catching malaria, survival, and whatnot. It almost felt more grounded.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
wasn't silly.
They moved away from all the sillier arcadey stuff with 2. I love both of them. I think
Vinny,
Far.
man, appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
I was just gonna say I love all the Far Cry games up until 4. I didn't like 4. I was okay with 5, but I really only love Far Cry 1, Instincts, 2, and 3 are the ones that I really like.
I would say so. I'm with you on that one there, man. Far Cry 4 wasn't my favorite. I think that it was all right. I think that the map in Nepal is cool, but yeah, it didn't do much to really deviate from 3. Yeah, I thought they kind of played it safe. Vinny, I really preached the 4 months, man. This one's 3.
Yeah, Far Cry 4 was really the beginning of the end because it started Far Cry's formulaic problem.
Yeah, the Ubisoft effect of it. You know, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed, they just became more formulaic.
Exactly.
The same thing over and over again.
Yeah, and I stopped liking Assassin's Creed after 4.
Yeah, Black Flag's where it's at there, man. Actually, I know I like 3 a lot. A lot of people hate that one.
I thought 3 had great combat.
It's only improvement over 2. 2 is already pretty good as it is. I think my least favorite Assassin's Creed game, I'm gonna get some hate on this one, probably Unity, man. I remember playing that one day 1. That game was a crap show.
It was a
That
mess.
was crazy bad.
I replayed Unity, I think 4 years after release, and it was much better with like patches and fixes and stuff. But it's still not my favorite. I feel like the original Assassin's
Creed was cool.
I think the original one is really underrated. It's the stiffest, but I think it's my favorite conceptually.
I think so too. And like I said earlier, it's like the very first game in a series. You know, it's good. The sequel's always gonna be better because it's more fleshed out. But it sold the original vision. It kind of sold people on the idea of Assassin's Creed.
I like the setting a lot more. I like Richard the Lionheart historically. I'm more interested in Assassin's Creed's one setting than any of the other ones that have come out since.
Was Mirage like a remake of the original, or was it just set in the original map?
It was. I think it definitely wasn't a remake. It featured a completely different protagonist, and I think it's set in a different continent. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't actually know anything about Mirage except that it features a different protagonist. That's literally all I know.
Yeah, because I thought they were going back to their original roots with Assassin's Creed or something like that. I remember the marketing talked about it, but again, I never played it. It's like Shadows. I never played that one either.
That's somebody who's knocking on my door. I guess not. I didn't play.
Xbox. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't play anything after Unity, so I didn't play Syndicate or any of like the I guess they call them the RPG ones.
Yeah, I think I played a bit of Origins when it came out. I thought that was really cool, but then again, I just went back to playing The Witcher because I felt like I was just playing The Witcher, but Ubisoft.
The Witcher 3 or 1 or 2?
It would be Witcher 3. I actually never played Witcher 2 or the original for that matter.
So you big fan of Witcher 3?
I enjoyed it when it came out. I think I like halfway through the game.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it myself.
It's one of those games that you really need to like put a lot of time and effort. It's like a full commitment. It's like a full-time job. It was a great story though. Salt has a question for you, Evan.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Oblivion versus the remaster that was released last year? So 2006 versus 2025 remaster of Oblivion.
Good question. I have not played the remaster. I kind of want to, kind of don't want to. I did play a good amount of the original. I think for everything I've seen, the remaster looks fine. Look, there's no way to remaster an old game like that without losing some of the charm and atmosphere. It's just not possible. Yeah. So there's going to be elements of the original that look more charming. The lighting is more deliberate. It's just, there's no way around that. But I think overall, it looks like one of the better remasters I've seen. It actually looks good. It doesn't change anything. All the original dialogue is there, so I really don't have a problem with it. And I was one of the people who actually liked Oblivion more than Skyrim. I couldn't get into Skyrim.
Me too. Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. 100%. I spent more time playing Oblivion than Skyrim. Yeah, Skyrim was great. Oblivion on the Xbox 360, man, that hit different.
Yeah, I agree. That's where I played it too, is the Xbox 360. I had a bunch of friends who said like they just dumped time into Skyrim, and I was just like, I couldn't get into it like Oblivion.
It was cool, but I think at that point too, like open world RPGs, maybe I just couldn't hold my attention. Maybe my palate changed at that point. But I just found that Oblivion kind of glued me in more, or even Fallout 3 for that matter, versus Skyrim. And I felt the same way with Fallout 4 as well. Yeah,
I think Fallout 4 was just an overall worse game than 3. I'm still that way that you're describing. Like, I still cannot really get into open world RPGs unless it's very specific type. It's just it's such a time sink. It's hard to really get into that mindset, I think.
I just don't have as much free time as I did as a kid too. I feel like when I was a lot younger, I was like, yeah, I can kill a weekend no problem playing an RPG. But today it's more like
can't do that.
20-minute intervals, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Is a Dead Space remake worth it for $5? Absolutely. Yeah, that's a fair remake there, man. I actually really like the remake.
I never played it because I'm such a fan of Dead Space 1 and 2 that it's like I can't bring myself to play a remake because in my head. The originals can't be iterated upon in a way that improves them.
It was solid because I feel like I think it was was it Motive that made the remake?
I believe so.
Motive. Yeah, they seem to pay homage to the original, and I wouldn't go as far as to say I was nearly as spooked by like the original game, but probably because I played the original and I kind of knew what was coming around every corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was solid. Like they paid homage. It felt like it was done with care, and people that actually cared about the original IP. I think the original still holds up though.
Yeah, it just doesn't. That's not a game that needed a remake at all. You know, like the third game needs a remake.
Yeah, it does.
It needs to be decanonized and replaced, actually. But one things I've said on stream a few times, I think, is that Dead Space 2 is my quintessential 10 out of 10 game, like basically perfect. So I'm like a huge Dead Space guy. I've read both the books. I've seen all the movies. At one point, I owned the comics. I'm a huge Dead Space guy.
Shadow Glenn Schofield, though, man. That guy's the man behind the vision of Dead Space.
What a legend. I don't think he was involved in Dead Space 2, but we would not have Dead Space 1 if not for him.
I think he moved the sledgehammer at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Dave Miser, thank you so much for the €6. Mock, again, I said Assassin's Creed Rogue is good because you play as the Templars. Yeah, you play as the villains in Rogue. Fun fact about Rogue there, Dave. That is one of the only video games I can think of where you specifically go to a part in Canada that is super underrepresented. It's really cool. I'm not going to say where it is. I think it's like Lunenburg. I don't think I've ever played a game that was set in had like a segment where you play in Atlantic Canada, man. Super cool. Anyways, Dave, Holy Grail Rogue was underrated. This one's for you. Thank you so much for the $6 donation. Let's break this down more real quick. One second, I got this. Hold up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Thank you there, man. Yo, Solaris, what's going on there, buddy? Oh, shit. Oh, my days. I think Valhalla had Newfoundland, really? Damn. I didn't realize Valhalla had like a segment of Newfoundland. I thought it was just Assassin's Creed Rogue, their Serenity. Mind you, I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in a hot minute. Hello, Moose. Drop by the mailing mention I got a big exam for 9th grade tomorrow, Wednesday. Just big, so wish me luck. Wheel man, you got this there, man. Trust me, every exam that I had to go through in school, it sucks in the moment, and right now it sucks, but trust me, 2 months, 6 months, 2 years, it'll just be a passage of time, man. You got this. Study, try your best, and have fun with it, man. You got this. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is my favorite. I don't care what anyone else has to say. Odyssey was cool. Again, I wish I spent more time with it. What would you say is one franchise that's kind of overrated there, Evan?
One franchise that's kind of overrated, GTA.
GTA. Oh.
I have never been able to get into GTA at all, man.
I think 4 is probably one of my favorites. I love the story in that game.
I think GTA is overrated. Dude, I think a lot of game franchises are overrated. I don't even know where to start with besides that.
If I had to say one franchise that was overrated, probably like for me, it's probably Pokemon.
Pokemon, really?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I never was a big fan of Pokemon. I mean, I growing up, I used to like watch a lot of like Generation 1 and 2. Like I play a lot of Ruby, you know, Pokemon Yellow, Blue, and whatnot. But
Oh, wait, that's my own friend. Sorry.
maybe I just lost touch in it and whatnot. But it just, I don't know. It's just not for me. That is anything Super Mario related. That really applies to a lot of Nintendo IPs nowadays. That's like Zelda and Metroid.
I would agree.
Persona. Ooh, Vinny, man, you're gonna piss off someone in chat saying that.
Yeah, that's a take.
Pro, thank you so much there, man. Assassin's Creed is one of the only series I never cared much about, honestly. I thought Brotherhood was quite good, but didn't have strong feelings towards the series. That's fair. I think Assassin's Creed peaked definitely in the 7th gen on Saltus. The GTA series is definitely not overrated. GTA 4 is absolutely my favorite. Me too, there, Winter.
Well, when I say overrated, I don't mean that the games aren't good or high quality, but what I mean is like if you look at the amount of hype that they get versus the experience that they offer, I just think it's over. I don't think that they are. I don't think they're balanced.
I think too, from a narrative perspective, if you play like for like GTA, like from like I'm assuming you played like all the GTA games and whatnot, right?
I've only played 5 to the end. I've only ever beaten the 5th game.
Really, I tell you one thing: if you really enjoy narratives, GTA 4 story is really good.
I've heard that. Maybe I'll give it a shot. But like, I always think to myself like Sleeping Dogs to me is like GTA, but like way better. It's got a better story. It's got better combat. It doesn't have better shooting. That's true, and maybe not better driving. But like, that game was not half. That game was not a third as successful as GTA, and in my opinion, it's like a superior game. And that's why I say it's like overrated. It's just a little frustrating.
Well, I mean, I would imagine, man. Sleeping Dogs was dope, and it's a shame that United Front got shut down.
Dude, that game is so good, though.
So good, and it needed a sequel. Infamous, man, thank you so much for the $20 donation. W Mock, W Chat, W Stream. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate that there, homie. Hold up. Let me get you. I gotta span the soundboard there, man, Infamous. Infamous, I got you. Give me 1 second there, buddy. You know what's up. Yo, Evan, what do you think of the Mafia games?
I've never played them before, but I had a roommate who really, really liked Mafia 3, specifically.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like Mafia 3. I thought the story for Mafia 3 was really solid. I just found the game get really repetitive.
Overall, I'm really not that big of a fan of like open world GTA clone games. I typically don't like them. I like Sleeping Dogs in spite of that, to be honest.
I mean, that's fair. Like I said, you owe it to yourself to play GTA 4, like just for the story alone. You don't need to like get involved in the open world. Like the story was just, it was something else. It was really dark. It was really gritty. It's definitely one of the best in the series. But
yeah, there's a few game franchises that like I know I need to get into, and I'm kind of like saving them to try to like put together like a live stream series of like me experiencing them for the first time. Dark Souls is one of them. I've never really given Dark Souls a fair chance.
Me too, actually.
I think that I've always thought to myself it would be really cool to play Dark Souls for the first time on stream. GTA could also be that, because the only one I've actually put some real time into is 5.
That's fair. Yeah, man, you got a lot for GTA. It's like you have, you even tried GTA Chinatown Wars. That was like a top-down one on the DS, and I think a PSP as well. That was also really cool.
Back to GTA
yeah.
Origins, huh?
Yeah, man. GTA 3, playing the Dreamcast. Someone poured that in Vice City. It was sick.
Have you ever played the Nintendo DS version of this game?
You know what? It's funny you say that. I think I have like a core memory of playing this game on the DS. I remember seeing Halo DS back then. I think it was based off this, if not
Yeah,
mistaken.
Halo DS was built on this game's DS port.
That's so wild. Yeah, I've played this before. I don't think I've ever played it online over Picto Chat, like the local LAN, what it was called. But it was fun. Yeah, RIP, you're talking about that, man.
I had to
Games
emulate
for
the
One is
DS
also
version.
really good. And 2. Unsalted says, Yo, Mock, what's a game that everyone hates but you absolutely love dearly? You know what, man? For me, I think Rogue Warrior is one of those games I really enjoyed. I
Really? That's
Yeah, I
such
know
a
it gets
good
lot of
take.
Yeah, man. I think Rogue Warrior is one of the funniest games I've ever played. Like, it just seems like Mickey Rourke was in a studio with like a bottle of Jack Daniels, and like, yo, what? Just say a bunch of shit there, Mickey. We'll just roll with it.
Dude, what a chat.
And, like, it was just goofy there, man. And a lot of people hate that game, but I didn't think it was all that bad. Considering the fact it was made in like 7 months, it actually turned out better than I thought. So, yeah, I guess the original Watch Dogs. I thought Legion was kind of a disappointment there, Will, man, but the original Watch Dogs was definitely underrated. Oh, absolutely, there's Serenity, especially with the controls. What's your thoughts on Little Nightmares? Dave Meisers, I know of Little Nightmares, never played it before. That's another game I gotta try out. I think it was published by Gearbox, but...
My fiance is a Little Nightmares fan, actually. She likes it.
Was it on the Switch as well?
She
I can't
played it on
remember
the
what console
PS4.
it's on. Okay. Is like, aren't they on the 3rd one now?
Yeah, they just put the 3rd one out in October.
It's awesome. Hey, I look into that. And it's another franchise I've never been experienced. Like, I've heard of it before, but slim pickings there, man. Yo, Nintendo, what's going on there, buddy? Yeah, the voice acting Rogue Warrior was something else there, man. All right, there, fellas. That is that for Rogue. Oh my God.
Agent.
GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking of Rogue Warrior there, man. I really appreciate it there, Evan. I'm gonna be hopping over to the PlayStation 3 because now we gotta play some PS Triple. But
Absolutely.
before we go there, Unsaltus has a question for you.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you enjoy Turok?
I've never played Turok. I think I said that earlier.
I think so too. I don't know if Unsaltus was there or not.
No, well, I appreciate the question. I've never played Turok. I've thought about doing a series of Turok on my channel. There's so many game series that I want to cover, but ultimately that would be further down the line because I still got to finish 007, Quake, and then I think I've already got my next 2 or 3 lined up after that. I'm just choosing between them. But thank you for the question. I guess, yeah, since you're moving over to PS3, I'm probably going to call that a stream on my channel and head out here. I appreciate you for tuning in and for those who are watching, I appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching. I appreciate Mach 3 so much for walking me through getting this set up and sitting down to play this.
All day's work, my friend.
You guys are going to want to tune into the Rogue Agent retrospectives. It's going to be out later this week because Mach 3 will be featured with his own thoughts on this multiplayer mode. So thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. I guess that's all for me then, man.
I just want to say, Evan, thank you so much for joining me on this one there, man. It was a lot of fun playing Rogue Agent again, having the ability to go back to like 2006. It was definitely a moment there, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll be in your new video later. That's coming out later this week. And again, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. We got to do this more often there, man, honestly.
Anytime, man. You just let me know when, where, and what the game is.
We got to do Quake Wars.
Yes.
I still want to do that one there, man.
Let's do Quake
We
4
gotta play on the
first.
PS3.
Maybe
Quake,
we do.
All right, well,
Maybe we do a day where we do Quake 3, Quake 4, and Quake Wars all in one session.
why not? I'm down.
That sounds hard.
PC too, man. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun, man, but it'll be cool. I'll get the AliExpress PC up and running there, man. It'll be fun.
All right, man. Just let me know what you need from me, and I'll see you guys on Mach 3 stream next time I'm featured, I guess.
Exactly. Cool.
All right.
Soon, man.
Have a great rest of your stream, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see y'all later. All right, guys, that's for my stream. Much appreciate everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a good one. I don't know when I'll be live next. I want to finish Rogue Agent's single player, so that might happen next. But appreciate everybody, and I will see you the next stream that I do. Have a great one. Happy Father's Day. Text your dads. Call your dads. Reach out to them and let them know you love them and you cherish them. And I will see you guys next